What's good? What's good? What's good, my peopleizations? What's good? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Via Ferreira, Ali Ahmed, Frankie C31, Mike Smalls, Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, D Mac, King Jr., Skills from New Orleans, hashtag 30 Curry, MPWTF, Vado Noon, Demetrius Hall, Mr. Blue, Chilltown Majors, Percy Brown, TDLOC, Via Ferreira, Melvin Harris, Texas Bulldog Boston, Leroy McConnell, Iron Levent, Mass Arms, Texas Bulldog Boxing, Chad Quinn Jr., Victor Garcia, Clarence McLean, Capadonna 24, Neil X. Davis, Big Orca, Kevin Rozier, Neil X. Davis. What's going on, my peoples? Punch Drunk 412, Dwayne Kane Sr., Eric Holt. What's going on? Yeah, so we got some Taylor for Wealth, Mark West, Taquan Savage, my brother. What's up, brother? Ali Muhammad, Steve Austin, what's going on? Scant Rants, what's going on? Taquan, what's going on, great brother? Iron Levent, Mass Arms, gotcha. Yeah. Kareem Mahoney, Ratchet since 91, Tobias Sellers, James Acosta, Michael Pope. What's going on? Truth Be Told, Cable King TV, Fly Guy Indy, David Crack, King Pep, Jarvis Emery, Euphoria Dave, Skills from New Orleans. What's up, my peoples? AJ64, Jarrell Freeman, Tim Allen, Terry Pruitt Wright, Peace of Blessings, Queen, where you been at? Delaney Howard, Casanova James, Morgan Parker, Vince Williams, my brother, Marcus Hayes. What's going on? Yeah, we got some interesting news, right? Kendrick Booker, Change Man 24. What's up? Uncle Ruckus, Kendrick Booker. Yeah, I'm supposed to come to New York in February. Blue. Oh, hit me up when you get here. Motivated always. MJ. Let's link up, Taquan. Jose Diaz, the Unstoppable Force 101. What's going on? Flossy Boxing. What's going on? Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. Smash the like button. Okay, Terrier. Q Cincinnati. What's going on? Michael Pope. What's going on? She said I've been getting on late. Okay. Ratul UV. Marcus the Villain. What's going on? Alice Corona. What's going on, great brother? Where you been at? Jose Diaz. Aziki Young. Aziki Young, where you been at, man? Y'all enjoying the holidays, man? Hamilton still won. Sean, what's going on? Nate Wright. What's going on? He said, in here, residing in Atlanta. Sinko Masibi, where you been at, Sinko? Salute to South Africa. I ain't see you in a minute either. James Gaskins, Mark Wonderlick. Mark Wonderlick, where you been at? Cedric Taylor, what's going on? Main Event Mark, my brother. I know where you been at. Marissa Aiken, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Valiant, what's going on? Kendrick Booker, my brother in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother Kendrick Booker in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue. Grail Sabelli, Pop 375, artwork. What's going on? Percy Brown, what's going on? Yeah, so let's talk about this, right? King Bills, peace be free. Main towns, what's going on? So Canelo Alvarez has to pay millions upon millions of dollars and step aside money to be able to go up to cruiserweight and fight for that belt. Jose Diaz, what's going on? How is that worth it? King Bills, what's going on? Jay Gibson, what's going on? So you're willing to pay millions upon millions of dollars 2 times over. Boxer Idol, Alfred Tapia, what's going on? Jay Gibson, what's going on? Brian Barnes, what's going on? I want y'all to understand this. Boxing fan 7713, my brother, what's going on? It says salute to you. Underground Silent, what's going on, great brother? So now let's just look at this, right? So you're going to pay millions 2 times over instead of no, I'm not going. Alfonso Corsi, what's going on? See page 412 Gaming, Black Hope 51, what's going on? Instead of fighting for, you could fight David Benavidez for cheaper, right? So now he's going to have to pay 2 times over, millions upon millions of dollars, because the opponent for Mukubu is not looking to just step aside. Monroe Ross, what's going on? Michael Pope, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Right? So now you're going to pay millions of dollars for step aside because it's being reported. My daughter's balls. You're going to pay millions upon millions of dollars for step aside money. Lobu Era, what's going on? Tom Ray Pearson, what's going on? Dirk Chapman, what's going on? And then you got to pay your opponent as well. Why not fight and beat David Benavidez? So this lets me know that just like Eddie Reynoso said, this is a fight we know we can win. And so because this is a fight that they know they can win, they're going to pay for this fight because that's what they're doing. They're going to pay for this fight. Okay? R. Espinosa, what's going on? Yeah, smash the like button. Main event Mark, my brother in the super chat. Gotta show love for Blue, one of the hardest working bros in black media. Roll, hands down. Hashtag LDBC. Yes, sir. Salute my brother, main event Mark. I appreciate you, great brother. AJ Johnson, what's going on? Main Towns, what's going on? Yeah, smash the like button. Calvin Ford, what's going on? David is too risky of a fight to his legacy. Agreed. Brooklyn Morton, what's going on? And it's funny, living my best life, C. Baldwin, what's going on, great brother? It's funny because I think he'll beat David Benavidez. Gifted 142, what's going on? I think he'll beat David Benavidez. Right? Yeah, Pop 375. Nah, man. The Garden asks for extra stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. To go to the Garden, you have to have extra things. G Cole, my brother, what's going on? DJ Boogie Boy, what's going on? Jose Diaz, what's going on? You have to have extra things to go to the Garden. I'm not going. So I'll be doing the fight. I'll be calling the fight. And I'm going to start early because it's a nice card tomorrow. And the wife is leaving. Khalid Mays, what's going on? Destiny Black, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Said, hey, Blue, I didn't get a notification. YouTube. Yeah, it's all good, though. It's all good. So, like I said, right? Jimmy Thunder, what's going on? You're going to pay for this belt because, again, you're in a situation where you know that your chances of you're going to be successful. You're going to win. Just like he said, this is a fight we know we can win. So they're going to go above and beyond to make this fight happen because they know they can win. Antonio King, what's going on? Players Ball, what's going on? 88 Sports Talk, my brother, what's going on? Right? Yeah, exactly. 88 Sports Talk. You know what I'm talking about. Right? So, TS Sim 7, my brother, what's going on? So, this is a fight they feel like they love their chances. So, they're going to go above and beyond to make the fight happen. Wolfris Million, what's going on? So, can we start to, Chino, what's going on? Is it legit when people start to question Canelo Alvarez and his moves? San Diego's greatest rapper, what's going on? Is it legit? Is it valid to start to question his decisions and his moves? Melvin O'Brien, what's going on? Kente Lou Taylor Lewis, my brother, on a Mission TV, what's going on? It starts to become valid, right? Because you are going to go above and beyond to make this fight happen. So answer this question. When David Benavidez was the champion, Reggie True, what's going on? Sange Billy, what's going on? Macados and Macados South, what's going on? MZ Toss Boston, what's going on? So when David Benavidez was the champion, and you had other champions, AJ Johnson, what's going on? Dante Gilbert, what's going on? How come you don't go above and beyond to make those fights happen? You are willing to pay his opponent millions, because get this, people. My sources were close to Bernard Crawford. What's going on, great brother? Uncle Man, what's going on? Jose Rico, what's going on? Chaz 313, what's going on? Kevin Lausian, my brother, what's going on? They let me know that he's not even trying to take step aside money. But if he does take step aside money, he wants big money to take step aside money because he knows they have it. Random D 999, what's going on? Ladarian Quintez, what's going on? So he wants big money if he's going to take step aside money. And they're willing to pay him big money and pay the opponent because they like their chances. Kenny, brother in the super chat. What's good, Blue? Funny how the tougher opponents are only looking for paydays, yet Canelo breaking his back to give paydays to randoms. Hey, bro, that's what I was getting ready to get to. You beat me to it. That's what I was getting. Now you're trying to do my job, Kenny. Now you're trying to do my job, Kenny. But you beat me to it, Kenny. Haran, everything, brother in the super chat. Respect the hustle, Blue. You have the Quan. Salute. I appreciate you. That's a blessing, great brother. I appreciate you. Kurt Carr, what's going on? Brian G, what's going on? So, Demetrius Andre wants payday. Payday? You want payday? We know that, right? David Benavidez brings absolutely nothing to the table, right? Jamal Charlo want payday, right? And these are all winnable fights for him. Fabian, what's going on? These are all winnable fights for him. It's going to be on the zone. Destiny Black. It's going to be on the zone. Because the zone will go above and beyond to make sure he's comfortable. Believe that. They're going to go above and beyond. See, they don't mind paying that extra money to make sure he stick around. You dig what I'm saying? Destiny Black. So they're gonna say, hey, how much? Canelo ain't gonna have to pay nothing. He gonna go back to the zone and tell him, hey, this is how much money he want to be featured, so he could take step. I mean, this is how much money he want to take that step aside money. You understand what I'm saying? Terry Pruitt, right? Peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. All this because it's guaranteed a win. Very valid. But people got him best pound for pound, but everybody wanted payday. Payday. Yeah, okay. Facts, queen. Facts. Salute to my brother. Once again, coming through, studding up. Charles Edward Cheese in the building, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue. Once again, salute to my brother Charles Edward Cheese in the building in the super chat, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue, what happened to Calvin Ford? Is he no longer training Tank? No, he's still training Tank. He's still there. But salute to my brother Charles Edward Cheese, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. No, he's still training Tank. Tank has always been a fighter. I don't look too. Sometimes I look and I'll be like, why is Tank with? I like what Tank does. Let me explain this. Tank is never satisfied. He's never satisfied with one trainer. Remember, he trained with Kevin Cunningham. He trained, with, obviously Calvin Ford. But he makes sure he taps in with Coach Hunter, and he makes sure he taps in with Boog, and he never, it's never enough for Tank, right? So Calvin Ford is there right now with him. Boog is still doing the mix, but Calvin Ford is right there. He's there with him right now, Charles Edward Cheese. So he's locked in with him right now. Simon Delmont, what's going on? Hashtag 30 Curry, my brother, what's going on? Ryan Obley Barfield, what's going on? Bullet Gibson, my brother, what's going on? Vernon TV, Von TV, what's going on, great brother? Part Twice, what's going on? The Guru, what's going on? Rolling 60s, my brother, what's going on? Renaissance Dad, what's going on? Yeah, salute to my brother Charles Edward Cheese, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue once again. Much love to him. Brandon Shamar, what's going on? So, yeah, Tank he's always locked in. Smash that like button, people. We got 550 people. Let's get 550 likes. Mr. Tally 140. Buddha B, Bro J, what's going on? Trey Boy 89, what's going on? Teach, what's going on? Maya Egypt, peace and blessings, Queen. Escari Blue, what's going on? No, you can't compare Destiny T. You're right. You can't compare Terrence Crawford's moves and decisions to Canelo. And I'm going to explain the difference, right? Let me explain the difference. Terry Pruitt Rice said, I'm trying to show my husband how to use the super chat. I appreciate you, Queen. Appreciate you. Next Level Fire, Mr. Arroyo. What's going on? Devin Blocker, my brother. Where you been at? Sleeping one eye open. Where you been at, bro? P. Pat, what's going on? Be safe, all right, baby boy? When you come back. Amp 968, what's going on? Antonio Matthews, what's going on? Yeah, okay. He say that every time. Almighty Murph, what's going on? See, that's just you with your boys. You see how it works? The girls leave and you ain't got nothing to say. The boys leave and you got a clock on. Amazing. Reality pop star, what's going on? Faint and Jab, what's going on? Knuckle Gamer, what's going on? Gamble, what's going on? So here's the difference between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford. Michael McKenzie, what's going on? DJ Punch, what's going on? Now, Terrence Crawford, he trusted in his team. What Terrence Crawford did is he was too loyal for his own good. Next Level 5, what's going on? Okay, SC, what's going on? Michael McKenzie, what's going on? Right? Detroit Flex, what's going on? He was too loyal for his own good. Okay? So he believed in what they said. He stuck around with them. He trusted in Bob Arum Top Rank and those networks. That's what Terrence Crawford did. Okay? And because he did that, essentially what happened was he wasn't able to secure these fights. Now, one thing about it is, I would say this, right? Is that yes, he made that decision. So Lecce Puma skill, what's going on? So when you compare him with the I say when it comes down to him and Errol Spence, the difference is Errol Spence made better business decisions, right? Errol Spence said, I'm a bet on myself. Terrence Crawford said, I'm trusting in you, right? And he shouldn't have been able to. It shouldn't have been a wrong decision for neither part. Let me clarify that. It shouldn't have been, Demetrius Bright, what's going on? It should have been no wrong decision because they should have did the right part because he got all the skills, all the talent. So what? He's not vocal. The Guru, what's going on? You understand? Kevin Rivera, what's going on? My thing is, Gary McGee, what's going on? When it comes to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford negotiating, I say this, Terrence Crawford, you know that your decisions to stay loyal to them cost you at the negotiation tables, and it didn't cost Errol Spence. That's the difference. It's all about you. What's going on? And so I say, when they negotiating, Spec 702, what's going on? When they negotiating, you know that you got the short end of the stick because of the decision to stay loyal and to stay trustworthy in your team. Chino Davis, G Nation, what's going on? Right? So now you asking Errol Spence to pay for your loyalty and your decisions on your side. You understand what I'm saying? Corbin Phoenix, what's going on? Tony J, what's going on? Now, when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, this is not the case, right? Because he's been viewed as the cash cow and the man since Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton, because that's what he did. LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather directly passed Canelo Alvarez the baton. He put him as his co-main event, and then he fought him. He built him up to that position. You understand what I'm saying? DP Rock, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather, he built Canelo Alvarez to that position. He carried him along, and this is going to be the next guy, right? Salute to my brother Antonio Matthews in the Cash App, dropping that quarter of $100 on your boy Blue in the Cash App. Salute to my brother Antonio Matthews in the Cash App, dropping that quarter of $100 on your boy Blue. Jackie Winfrey, peace and blessings to you. So, Anthony Williams, what's going on? Big Toe, Low Foot, what's going on, great brother? Buddha B, what's going on? So, can Floyd Mayweather say, hey, go to baton, put you as my co-main event, then I'm going to actually fight you. And they built him up as the guy that could beat him, not named Manny Pacquiao. Since we can't get Manny Pacquiao, the next best thing, right? Frank Espinosa said, look what Frank Espinosa talking about. He don't even know what I'm talking about, right? Bill D, what's going on? El Bohemio, what's going on? Right? He don't even know what I'm talking about. He coming here talking about, I don't like Canelo Alvarez. Don't even know. He don't know nothing about the truth. See, he living, like I told you. Y'all know where he reside. Fabian Terry, Jay Scotty, what's going on? Right? D'Angelo Hills, what's going on? Right? So now, because I'm telling you the truth about Canelo Alvarez, this is how the decision. How? New Fat Boy Fitness, my brother, what's going on? D Hodges, my brother, what's going on? So anyway, like I said, He was directly past the baton. Daquan, what's going on? Okay. And he was built up. Since we can't get the Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight that we all wanted, Michael Lee, what's going on? We're going to get the next best thing. This guy is big. This guy is strong. This guy has skill. He could beat Floyd Mayweather. Okay. And so he was touted as the guy that could beat Floyd Mayweather. Right. And so now Floyd Mayweather said, okay, put you here. Remember, there was people saying Floyd Mayweather would never fight Canelo Alvarez. Reality Pop, so what's going on? Floyd Mayweather would never fight Canelo Alvarez. He'll never fight Canelo Alvarez. So then he did fight him. You understand? But he had him as his co-main event. He he built up the fight. He made sure that he let it be known Canelo Alvarez should be fighting Austin Trout. So all eyes was on him fighting Austin Trout. If he wins the fight, he's going to get the Floyd Mayweather fight. We understand this. We understand this. You understand? Ryan Wright, what's going on? So, Jafari Caesar, what's going on? Right? So, we understand this. So, that's what took place. Okay? So, from that moment, when he lost to Floyd Mayweather, we act like but the boxing world acts like he never even lost. There's people still talking today. You listen to some of the fans talk today, and they say stuff like, man, Canelo Alvarez is never going to lose. Bro, he already lost. Charles Johnson, what's going on? He already lost. And he lost bad. He lost every single round. Boss Lady Deloach, peace of blessings to you, Queen. Hey, somebody tell me what rounds, right off the top, that you thought that Canelo Alvarez won against Floyd Mayweather. You can't. You can't. They act like it never even happened. Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? They act like it never even happened. Okay? Because they tell you, well, he was just too green. He was too young. But everybody called for the fight. If you thought, please no casual, what's going on? If Pedro Vasquez, what's going on? He said he lost to a prime Floyd. A 36-year-old going on a 37-year-old Floyd is in his prime? Or is that just how highly we think of Floyd Mayweather? Let's just think about that now. Darius Burst, what's going on? Melky Diamond, what's going on? A 36 going on 37-year-old Floyd Mayweather is a prime Floyd Mayweather? Valdino Higgs, what's going on? Or we just view Floyd Mayweather and hold him in such high regards that Floyd Mayweather at 36, 37 is in his prime in your mind. You see that? You see that? Because get this. Let's say Canelo Alvarez sticks around till he's 36 and he loses at 36. Or let's say he sticks around till he's 36, right? And look, watch this now. Arnold MC, what's going on? And he fights Jaron Ennis at 36 in another 5 years, right? And Jaron Ennis wins the fight. Are you going to say he beat an in-prime Canelo Alvarez? Or are you going to tell the world, oh, Canelo Alvarez was old? The Strong on 2010, what's going on? Now, let's think about that now. If Boots Ennis stays around 5 years and fights Canelo in 5 years, are you going to say, if Boots beats Canelo, that he beat a prime Canelo? No. Mesquite Sage, what's going on? The first thing that's going to come out everybody's mouth is that, oh, Canelo, well, he was old. That's the first thing you're going to say. The first thing. IP, what's going on? So they'll tell you, right, Lambo Husky, what's going on? So now they'll tell you that a too green, too young Canelo at 23 wasn't ready for a prime Floyd Mayweather. See how that works? To make you think that Floyd Mayweather in his absolute prime fought this young, upcoming fighter that wasn't ready. That's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. D. Tom said 36 is not old. Yeah, in sports it is, bro. In sports it is. Who you know putting up $200 million in any sport for a 36-year-old athlete? Who? So 36 is not old. Watch this now. I want y'all to pay attention. We got 730 people. We should have 730 likes. I want y'all to listen to this, and I want y'all to pay attention. He said 35, 36 is not old in boxing. Cool. How old was Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Floyd? How old was Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Floyd? Emmanuel H. No. My brother Emmanuel H. What's going on, great brother? Boston Dad, Jay Wash Ford. What's going on? So that's not old, right? So he wasn't old, right? Johnny Marco, what's going on? Now, let me give you another example, right? Shane Mosley was 37, but we said 36 is not old, but 37 is? Boss Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Boss Conversation, Reggie Owens. Reggie dropped the link. So 36 is not old, but 37-year-old Mosley is. You see how this works? We can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Steve Cooley, what's going on? Big Boss, what's going on? It's just skill. So John Gomes, what's going on? So it's not about age, it's about skill. Abdul Brooklyn, what's going on? Hey. It's not about age, it's about skill. Arthur Hawkins, Ryan J, what's going on? Bobo, what's going on? Benjamin Rivard, what's going on? So let's just give this the skill, right? So, like I said, he directly passed him the baton because now I got sidetracked. Enzo Thunder, what's going on? And now I got a bit sidetracked, right? Salute to my brother Jafari Caesar and Super Chat. Gotti or Canelo is Floyd's best performance. Arturo Gotti is my favorite performance by Floyd. So I'm going Gotti. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. B Fitness, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. We in here, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Big Ace Laster, what's going on? DJ Shen G, what's going on? So come get it. What's going on? So now Ray Garza, what's going on? So now my thing is that, yeah, he has to pay, right? So he's going to pay because Mar, what's going on? Alejandro Villarreal, what's going on? So now he's going to pay big money for step aside. But when it came to fighting the other fighters, Andrade and everybody else, they just want paydays. And I agree, they should be fighting each other. Tev Gotti, what's going on? Darius Burst, what's going on? I have no qualm with these dudes facing each other before they face Canelo. Y'all know that already. I think that they should have been fought each other and then get into that realm of fighting Canelo Alvarez. Right? Put him in a position where he don't have no choice but to fight you. We have almost 800 people. King Ed, what's going on? G Nation, what's going on? We have almost 800 people here, and we don't even have 500 likes. So that means it's almost 400 people just moonlighting, just sitting there and not participating, but just watching. Jerry 216 Robinson, my brother, what's going on? Herbert Freeman, what's going on? Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. We should have 700 likes right now. Toon, what's going on? Jay Samuels, what's going on? We should have 700 likes right now. Get the likes to 700. Mamba Mentality for Life, what's going on? Don't just moonlight, participate. It's free. Deshaun Roy, what's going on? Julian Burwell, what's going on? Alex Carrillo, what's going on? Jay Gibson, my brother. So now let's think about this. Herbie Weaver, what's going on? I want to see Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez fight and solidify themselves. Lance Hack Boxing, what's going on? Solidify themselves in a position to fight Canelo Alvarez. Right? The Spot, what's going on? Viral for Life, what's going on? As The Spot, what's going on? As Grace Sobelli, what's going on? As Chichi Torres, what's going on, great brother? As David Benavidez put it, we should be fighting each other, and then Canelo Alvarez has no reason, no rhyme or reason not to fight us. Outside of Mario Force, what's going on? Outside St. Louis Mink, what's going on? outside of just not wanting to fight us and not wanting to fight the best. Lee Sal, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Shad Fletcher, what's going on? He should want to fight. We should fight each other. So he has no reason and no root to say, "Oh, these guys just want paydays." But it's amazing to me how he says that they want paydays, but in the flip side of it, you paying for accomplishments. Mr. Boxing Moves, what's going on? Jones Albright, what's going on? Michael Cromwell, what's going on? You're paying Julius Thomas, Fabian Terry, what's going on? Mangus Allen, what's going on? Juice Room, what's up? D. Howard. You're paying for accomplishments. You're paying to say, I'm a 5-division champion because you like your chances against Makubu. So since you like your chances against Makubu, right, then you're going to go above and beyond to make sure this happens for accomplishments. You're paying for accomplishments. You're not. What did Makubu do to earn your stringent work, to earn you to go above and beyond to say, let me make sure I secure this fight? So just like you saying they want paydays, you want to be acknowledged as a great, but you're paying to be acknowledged. You're not earning it. DeAndre Carey, Swift Sloan, what's going on? Azar Carr, what's going on? C. Hamilton, what's going on? That's what you're doing. New York Rican, what's going on? New York Rican, I don't understand what's funny about this. He says, if Canelo's not pound for pound, Crawford ain't pound for pound, biggest fight, Porter. So here's the difference. Canelo Alvarez is choosing his path, right? Boss by the ball boxing, what's going on? Raw Gifted, what's going on? And I get it. Like I said, y'all know I don't give Terrence Crawford a pass for his business decisions. David Morrison, what's going on? At all whatsoever. You chose to stay in that position. You chose to stay in that position, and now because you chose to stay in this situation, Xavier Gomez, what's going on? Funk D, what's going on? You chose to stay in this position. You stay loyal to this this promoter and this network and so on and so forth, and it didn't pay off for you as it should have. And you know I don't preach Dudley, what's going on? I don't give him a pass for that, right? Aunt Kit Lane, what's going on? I watch battles. What's going on? So Michael B, what's going on? Sylvester Solomon, 2011, my brother, what's going on? Adrian Graham, what's going on? But here's the difference, right? If Terrence Crawford was in a position, universe is not infinite, what's going on? If Terrence Crawford was in this position that Canelo Alvarez was, Terrence Crawford would fight any and everybody. He's not leaving this division. If you tell Terrence Crawford, hey, yeah, you came undisputed, but this dude is here, and he was the best in his division, Terrence Crawford going to say, make the fight happen. Mark Forbes, what's going on? But if he was in that position, he's going to say, make that fight happen. Bring him to me. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. He's not going to say, that dude is looking for a payday. Let me go up here and pay triple amount to fight this guy. I'm Lori, baby. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Where you been at? And where's the hubby, man? God Volks, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, the DS209, what's going on? Terrence Crawford is not going to operate in that magnitude. He's going to say, okay, let me finish let me clean out this division officially, then I'm off to see the wizard. Nelson Armstrong, L. Harper Reptile, my brother, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference. And everybody sees it. It's just, again, we deal with facts over feelings. Breezy Cool, what's going on? And it's too many emotions attached. Everybody can't deal in facts over feelings. Pablo, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Should Bud sign the PBC? No. Terrence Crawford should sign the TBC. Terrence Bud Crawford's Promotions. And he should do a fight by fight like he's doing. I like Masterminds. What's going on? Little Matt the Great. What's going on? Now it's a little unproven, right? But MTK Global is going to act as an advisors to Terrence Crawford. Smash the like button. We should have 750 likes. We should have at least 700 ancestral rays. What's going on? Get the likes all the way up. Juice Room, what's going on? He needs to be with TBCP, Terrence Bud Crawford Promotions. Period. 34. He ain't got time to play the what if game. C. Hamilton, what's going on? No. Now he got to fully bet on himself. Willie Mosley, what's going on? Now Terrence Crawford, fully bet on yourself. Don't rely on nobody. Rely on yourself. Don't rely on nobody to get these fights and all that. Rely on yourself. On the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey Seeing. Go subscribe to my brother on the mic with brother Terrence Bailey Seeing. Terrence dropped the link. Lawrence RBE, what's going on? Lawrence RBE, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. Lawrence RBE, that's exactly what they're doing. They're acting as an advisor. So, perfect. Go ahead. But see, the thing is, what that is that they don't have a network. Jimmy Bernard, what's going on? Bishop, what's going on? See, David Morrison, what's going on? Dub CPB, aka Brandon, my brother. So the difference is if PBC acts as advisors, right? Rasheed Roth, what's going on? The difference is they still have an agreement with Fox and Showtime. Let me say this again. They act as advisors as well as they are, right? But they still have an agreement, an exclusive agreement with Fox and Showtime. So although they are free agents, they still have a network in which they have to respond to, meaning that they have a responsibility to fight on Showtime and Fox. Chi Torres, brother in Super Chat. Canelo has his own agenda, and if it's money, then as men, me have to respect him providing for his family, but buying legacy ain't the same as what Bud's doing. Exactly. It's two different things. And here's the thing. We can't say, well, Canelo Alvarez putting food on his family table. Now, who am I to tell you when enough is enough, right? I can't tell you that. But we already know he put food on his family table 10 times over already. 10 times over. He made $40 million for this fight. He made $30 million his last $30 million per fight his last 3-4 fights. I mean, it's some fighters don't make $40 million in their entire career. $30 million in their entire career. Broken Tradition. My brother Ron in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Ron, Broken Traditions. Ron, drop the link. Happy holidays to you too, great brother. Some fighters don't see $30 million in their entire career. He's making $30 million a fight. So he's put food on the table 10 times over. And that don't even include the endorsement deal he has with Dolce and Gabbana. I think he has a deal with like Gatorade and all that. Like that. Come on. Motivation 317, what's going on? Jesus Valdez Carranza, my brother, what's going on? The Queen, I am Lori Baby in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue, I never get your notifications no more. I was about to inbox you on Instagram to see what's up. Canelo is the biggest cherry picker in boxing, period. Hashtag smash the like button. Hashtag Philly joint. Facts. Yeah, just do you know what you got to do with your notifications? Turn it off and turn it back on. Just put it on all again. Just check your notifications and put it back on all. That's what you got to do. Twiz West Philly, my brother. How you feeling out there over the road? Salute to my brother Twiz West Philly. So, Canelo Alvarez put food on the table 10 times over already. 10 times over already. You understand what I'm saying? And so, making $30 million a fight. He made that against Floyd Mayweather. Just understand how many fights he's been making, $25 to $40 million a fight. It's safe to say he's pretty secure in that area. And who am I to say when is enough? Because enough is never enough. So I'm never going to say that. Hindu Stick, what's going on? But to say he's doing it to put food on their table, come on. Smash the like button, man. We should get the likes to 1K ASAP. Mansa Booster Lifestyle, what's going on? To say that he's doing this to put food on his table, no. Because if that's the case, he's going to make $40 million to fight David Benavidez. Lance Hatch-Boston, what's going on? Mike G, what's going on? Hung Solo, what's going on? So you can fight David Benavidez and put the same amount of food on your table. It's about risk versus reward. Period. You understand? So there's nothing to do with, let me make sure I put in food. No, come on. Come on now. Surratt 357, what's going on? Because he going to get 30 to 40 million to fight David Benavidez. And he actually, how much more money he going to get fighting Mukubu? It's a bigger fight to fight David Benavidez. It's more money on the table on pay-per-view to fight David Benavidez than to fight Mukubu. Orlando Garcia, what's going on? Let's be real. You understand? So to fight Mukubu, right? Is he going to get the pay-per-view? Is it the intrigue is just going to be, oh, can he do it? That's all that is. Fame 55, brother in the super chat. Fame double nickel, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said Fame 55, double nickel, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother Fame 55. I appreciate you 1000%. This girl loves boxing. Peace of blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? Stay dangerous boxing, my brother. What's going on? Diego Garcia, what's going on? Now he taking it off its other's table. I agree with that. I agree with that. I like that. He said now he taking it off of other people's table. Facts. Facts beyond facts. Paul Sutherland, my brother. Juan DeLeon, what's going on? Real talk, what's going on? Mike G, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother Mike G in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you. Kayin Adam Sr., what's going on? So my thing is this, right? If Manny Barraras, what's going on? Adonis K3, Shining Light, my brother, what's going on? Tone Corleone, what's going on? King David 87, John Gomes, Big Timing, what's going on? So my thing is this, right? So Canelo Alvarez, now Terrence Crawford was in a position where Bob Arum Bishop, what's going on? Just wasn't putting him in a position. Now I did not agree with Terrence Crawford. To me, you know, he knew that your promoter is not putting you in position for these big fights. And AK at Alexander, what's going on? You know your promoter is not looking to put you in position to have these big fights. And so you know that it's the decision that you chose to stay loyal to them that's costing you these big fights. It's, instead of saying, well, it's these dudes over here not looking to fight me. No, you know it's your promoter not looking to put up the money that it's going to take, Drew Blue, what's going on, to fight you because you are a big commodity. See, here's the thing. I don't think Terrence Crawford realizes that he's a big commodity in the sport of boxing. Artie Buckle, what's going on? Mr. Blue, what's going on? El Bohemio, what's going on? I don't think Terrence Crawford realizes and understands that people view him as a paycheck as well. You see Terrence Crawford, payday. We want payday because of who he is and what he represents. And I don't think he understands that. So when he thinks that, when people say, when he says, well, oh, these fighters want to fight me, or they pricing themselves out. No, you are viewed as the best fighter in the world. You was once undisputed. You a 3-division champion. You should represent the payday that Canelo Alvarez represents. Jalen, peace of blessings to you, Queen. So when you're saying they're pricing themselves out, no, you underpriced yourself. D. Griggs, what's going on? You undervalued yourself. Because you represent that pay. You think everybody just, Eugene Aaron III, what's going on? Why you think right now, Stedman Patrick, what's going on? Everybody still wants to fight Deontay Wilder. Everybody's raising their hand to fight Deontay Wilder outside of Anthony Joshua. But everybody is looking to fight Deontay Wilder. Why? D. Howard, what's going on? Why? Because you represent payday. So people view you. Why do you think people want to fight Errol Spence? He represents payday. Terrence Crawford, you represent payday. Salute to Memphis. Matthew Silva, what's going on? So these fighters not pricing themselves out. You underpriced yourself. And so to fight Terrence Crawford should be a privilege. It's not only an opportunity, but it's a privilege. You should be able to if I'm a fighter and I'm in a position, I get to fight Terrence Crawford, not only for the accomplishments, not only for the opportunity, but it should represent a big payday. And because your promoter didn't value you as high and they didn't push you and promote you as such, well, then you were undervalued. So Keith Thurman is not pricing himself out. You look at Terrence Crawford. I'm going to fight Terrence Crawford. I should get paid big to fight Terrence Crawford. Terry Pruitt, right? Peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. What do you think will happen to Canelo's ego when he loses? Oh, his ego when he loses. Nothing. Because he's a competitor. Canelo Alvarez is going to look to get it right back. Because he's already been there before, Terry Pruitt. So we got to keep in mind, Canelo's been there before. It's just that we just, as you get the fans that act like he's never been there. He's been there before. He's been in positions. He didn't know if he lost that Lara fight. You understand? He's been there before. The Triple G fight. You understand? But his competitive nature is going to have him. Canelo Alvarez is not a fighter that the wins and losses don't define him. The wins and losses are not going to define him. So I know we look at it, Canelo, and we say, he don't want to lose this fight. He don't want to lose that fight. No, I think he's just trying to pile up the accolades and travel the path of least resistance to do so. You understand? It's not that it's about wins or losses for Canelo. It's just about path of least resistance to the most accomplishments to sit and say, look what I did in the sport. In this route, I could fight him and I could get that dub. Let me fight him. You understand? That's what's happening. Play you, brother, in the super chat. I've been sick just watching all that is boxing. I couldn't even eat yesterday. Still haven't eaten anything. Keep me in your prayers, family. Salute to you, great brother, man. Oh, you already know. Blessings to you. Rare authenticity. What's going on? Blessings to you, great brother. Yeah, she meant ego. We understand what she meant. Come on. Let's not do that. We understand what the queen meant. She meant ego. We understand what that. Come on, let's not do that. Blessed to my brother, please you, man. Blessed to you, great brother. You'll be better soon. Dwayne Yosef, what's going on? John Gomes, what's going on? Chi Torres, brother in the super chat. Payday, we want payday. Hit the lights. Yes, facts. Facts. So my thing is this, right? Eugene Pearson, what's going on? So my thing is this, right? Terrence Crawford should represent that payday for these fighters. He's supposed to represent that payday for these fighters. That's what he's supposed to do. Jay Wash 4, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Just paying my dues, Blue. I don't know who works harder, you or the ice cream man in your. Hey, he gonna be out. He gonna be out. I haven't been home in a while, and you know, and been on the late, so he gonna be out. Watch. Prime Minister, my brother in super chat. Canelo needs to fight the fighters that have the spirit of a champion, or we won't know how good he really is. I agree. Smith time 5. What's going on? Prime Minister, I agree with you 1,000%. That's all we want to see. Jew Blue, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Crawford isn't getting Canelo or Wilder type of paydays, so he probably doesn't view himself as big of an attraction as they are. And that's the thing. He views himself as big of an attraction they are. Jason Smith, what's going on? But he don't understand what they represent. John J. Doe, what's going on? If that makes sense, right? Bo Tang, what's going on? He said something that was very telling. He said, all I wanted to do was be a world champion and make the money. I never wanted the fame. Javon Rummels, what's going on? Let me say this again. He said something that was very telling. He said, I wanted the money and the championships. I wanted the fights. All I want to do is fight and make the money. I never wanted the fame. That's what he said. But he don't understand that the fame represents the money. Let me say it again. He don't understand that the fame part represents the money. The bigger your fame is in the sport of boxing, the bigger your payday is. Sherman Bray, what's going on? You understand? He missed out on that. Rez, what's going on? He don't understand that the fame represents the money. Yeah, Mr. Bossamoons, that's what he said. You understand? So Eric Trejo, what's going on? Bo Tank, what's going on? So you need the fame in the sport of boxing to bring the money, because this is not a sport that's viewed in high regard anymore. Shacky Pete, what's going on? Pat Cannon, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? This is not a sport that's viewed in high regard anymore. So what happens is you get situations where you say, "Why Keith Thurman don't want to fight me?" Well, because you don't have the fame. And because you don't have the fame, your promoter don't feel like you have the money. So they don't want to pay Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman is looking at the fight from a point of, you are Terrence Crawford. You represent the fame. You represent the payday. Arthur Reed, what's going on? Choice 12 Osborne, what's going on? Brett Lawson, what's going on? Are y'all following what I'm saying? So here, Jordan Rules, what's going on? Huggy 68, what's going on? So it makes sense, right? Lamar May, what's going on? When he's negotiating with Errol Spence, because he's saying, never mind the fame, I'm making money and I got the accomplishments. Well, Errol Spence is like, well, I got the money, the accomplishments, and the fame. So I'm the bigger brand and I'm the bigger attraction. And so Terrence Crawford's like, yeah, but look what I do in the ring. Yeah, but you're missing out on this, garners this. The spot. Yeah, Curtis doing good. He getting ready to come on. Soldier Boy 911, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute from Philly, my good brother Blue and chat family. Everything lines up for Canelo if he fights Benavidez. The money, the pay-per-views, and even more clout. So what is he really going by fighting? What is he really gaining by fighting that dude? Hashtag Philly Cat. Salute. Exactly. What he's gaining is he's buying accomplishments. He's buying accomplishments. You understand? See, let me explain something. Rosa, what's going on? The fame for Canelo Alvarez came from Floyd Mayweather. Craig Haynes, what's going on? The fame for Canelo Alvarez came from Floyd Mayweather. So he embraces the fame because it represents the paydays, and it gives him the ability to say, okay, I'm going to fight you, and people going to say, okay, I'm going to take the fight. Or I'm going to fight you, and they're going to skeptical line, what's going on? I'm going to fight you. Salute to my brother Soldier Boy 911. Where you been at, great brother? I ain't seen y'all in a month of days. So I'm going to fight you, and he gets the fights. You know why? Because he's the big wig. He's the fight. He not only represents an accomplishment and an opportunity, but he represents the payday. You get to feed your family fighting Canelo Alvarez. That's what Terrence Crawford should represent, people. Black Tie Barbie, what's going on? You understand? That should be Mayweather did the same thing that you guys loved. Okay, Mayweather, then watch this now. The Black Tie Barbie, he said Mayweather did the same thing. Mayweather did the same thing like what? Devontae Richardson, what's going on? Now let's make it happen. Jose the Great, what's going on? Come on, let's make it happen. You said Mayweather did the same thing. Devontae Richardson, what's going on? Come on, tell me what thing did he do? Respect my loot. What's going on? Chi Torres, my brother in the super chat. Blue, if Bud fights and defeats EJ, would you consider him the greatest fighter of this generation, especially if he undisputed at two-weight class? Oh, for sure. George Thompson Jr., what's going on? Art of Wave TV, what's going on? Come on, great brother. You said Floyd Miller did the same thing. He did what's the same thing? We just love to not like Canelo, is what you said. 817 Boxing B. Hector Messias, what's going on? Go ahead. Natural Africanism, what's going on, great brother? Real talk, what's going on? Bishop, what's going on? Come on. You said Floyd did the same thing. Now I want you to stand on your square and tell me how is there in any comparison when Floyd Mayweather fought him? How could he do the same thing when he fought him? Tunnel vision, what's going on? But let's go. Let's do this dance. He picked his fights all day. What fights did he pick? And what fights didn't he take? Go ahead. If he picked his fights, that means he didn't take fights. So what fights didn't he take? Go ahead. Cinnamon Savage, my brother, what's going on? Douglas Duran, what's going on? True T, what's going on? So if you said he picked his fights, that means there was fights that he didn't take. So which fights didn't he take? Tell us. You should do your homework before you do this with me. Now I'm going to ask you, do you want to do this with me? Because you should do your research and your homework before you want to do this. Major, what's going on? Javi, what's going on? Chris Perkins, brother in the super chat, he said, love the show, Blue. Appreciate you, great brother. I love you too. Mario Lopez, what's going on? Wayne Coleman, what's going on? So go ahead. Come on. Girls Dad 86, peace of blessings, Queen. She said a prime Keith Thurman. Come on, please stop. Tiana Scott, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Melvin Harris, what's going on? Actually, I'm glad you said Keith Thurman. So let's be practical, right? She's all fitness. What's going on? I'm glad you said that. So he did the same thing with Keith Thurman as he did with Canelo Alvarez. Okay? What he did was he told Canelo Alvarez, fight Austin Trout, beat Austin Trout, then I'll fight and I'll beat you. And I'll give you the fight. Right? Billy Ray 5417. He said Margarito. Bob Arum didn't want to pay him, just like they didn't want to pay fighters for Terrence Crawford. Bob Arum didn't want to pay for the Margarito fight. Did you know that? Go do your homework on that. Glad you said Margarito. Now go do your research on that. They didn't want to pay Floyd Mayweather for the Margarito fight. Now go look that up. Floyd Mayweather agreed. Greg Peters, what's going on? I'll fight Margarito. Raul Ross, what's going on? I want to get paid for the fight. Dane Watson, what's going on? Now, are we going to tell Floyd Mayweather he don't deserve to get paid? This is Floyd Mayweather, the beat maker. What's going on? 734 UU. He said Triple G. Now, why would he fight Triple G when he never fought above 154? Now, why would he do such a thing? You said Laura, but Laura lost to Paul Williams. And he fought the best guy at 154 in Canelo Alvarez. So please explain to me. See, this is where I get confused. Marabi Perez, what's going on? So now get this, right? They say Erislan Di Lara, but he fought the best guy at 154 was Canelo Alvarez. So if I fight the best guy at 154 and I beat him, then why would you say I'm avoiding the second or third best guy of the division? I'm confused. J. Miguel DeVal, what's going on? Fat Cat Shadowboxer, what's going on? Big Block, what's going on? If I fight and beat the best guy in the division, well, how could you say I'm avoiding the second and third best fighter in the division? Nah, that don't add up, do it. See? Rob, what's going on? Go ahead. Keep them coming. Yeah, they're just throwing out names, and it's okay. Julio Camarillo, my brother, he said 152. So I'm assuming. Now watch this now. See, this is how you know. Nobody does homework. So he said 152. So I'm assuming you're saying he fought Canelo Alvarez at 152. But did you know that Canelo Alvarez asked for that weight, not Floyd Mayweather? Jeremiah Lindell, what's going on? Eric Trazer, what's going on? Did you know that? Were you aware of that? I'm sure you wasn't. Did you know that Canelo Alvarez, he just put the carriage before the horse because he just assumed Floyd Mayweather wasn't going to take the fight? So hey, I'll fight you at 152. And Floyd Mayweather said, I was going to fight you at 154. But since you're so eager and you put the carriage before the horse because you thought I wasn't going to accept it, you threw out 52. So Floyd Mayweather said, okay, so let's do it at 152. So 2 pounds, though. So let me get this straight, though. He was 7 pounds away from his fight with Caleb Plant. He was 7 pounds away, right? 7 to 8 pounds a week out of the fight. But you're telling me 2 pounds hurt him from 154 to 152. Now make it make sense. So he could be 7 pounds away from weight before his fight, but losing an extra 2 pounds is too much. 2 pounds that he asked for and he comfortably made with no rehydration clause. But get this though, Wayne Wade, what's going on? Now watch this now. Now get this though. You said that weight. So Floyd Mayweather let him fight 152 with no rehydration clause. So he rehydrated to 165. So Floyd Mayweather rehydrated to 151. He was 165. Floyd Mayweather was 151. So he still outweighed Floyd by almost how much pounds? But the 2 pounds mattered. But get this. When he fought Danny Jacobs, he put a rehydration clause on Danny Jacobs. You don't believe me? Go do your homework. So he fought Danny Jacobs at 168. You know, the IBF, they have the next day weigh-in that in the morning at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning that you can't weigh more than 10 pounds. So you weigh in at 160, right? And then you can't weigh more than 170 the next day. with the IBF. But after your second weigh-in with the IBF, then you can weigh whatever you want. Well, get this. Canelo Alvarez, he told Danny Jacobs, after he makes that 10-pound weigh-in, he got to stay there. It was in his contract. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Gavin Childress, what's going on? Joe Kidd, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather put no rehydration clause on him, but he put a rehydration clause on Danny Jacobs. I'm confused. So again, I'm asking you, what fighters did he avoid? You said he did the same thing, but he fought him. Tremont George, what's going on, great brother? Cinnamon Savage say Floyd avoided Rod Salka. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the brother to tell me some official names. He said he did the same thing. No, he didn't do the same thing. So let me break it down to you, okay? You like to hear it? Well, here it goes. Let me break it down to you. When Floyd Mayweather was fighting at the lower weight classes, Boss Red 357, my brother, when he was fighting at the lower weight classes, he called out Prince Nassim Hamed, who refused to fight him. He called out Costa Tszyu, who refused to fight him. He called out Joel Casamayor, who refused to. I know you don't even know who these guys are because you're not a fan of the sport of boxing. He refused. He called out Shea Mosley. Shea Mosley said he had a toothache. He called out Oscar De La Hoya in his prime. Oscar De La Hoya said he was too high of risk, low reward. Prince Nassim Hamed flat out said he have no interest in fighting Floyd Mayweather. Miguel S. Deuces, get him going. Don't want to see him. Bye. Thank you. Right? So then he called out Iselina Freitas. I know you don't know who that is either. Because again, not a fan of the sport of boxing, you're a fan of a fighter. To the point where Larry Merchant, who don't even get along with Floyd Mayweather, that's documented. We know this. We know this. Larry Merchant and Floyd Mayweather ain't never broke bread together. We know this. But Larry Merchant was even on record saying, Floyd Mayweather, stop calling out Prince Nassim Hamed. Stop calling out Costa Tszyu. Because these dudes are never going to fight you, and we know this. So what's your plans? You don't believe me? Go check it out. Okay? Now, on top of that, Larry Merchant, not a big fan of Floyd. We already know that, don't we? He interviewed Shea Mosley, and he asked Shea Mosley, when are you going to fight the kid Floyd Mayweather? The world wants to know. And just in case you didn't know, I can't wait till the historian come on here. But just in case you didn't know, they had a magazine. I believe it was the Ring magazine. And on that magazine, it featured Floyd Mayweather and one Shane Mosley. Uh-oh. It featured one Shane Mosley and one Floyd Mayweather. Right? I want to go to that magazine. Let me see if I could pull up that magazine and tell you what it said. I want to tell you what that magazine said. Uh-oh. 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 What this magazine said? What did this magazine say? This magazine from 2000. Look at the cover of this magazine. I want y'all to see that. You see that magazine right there? Right? See, I deal with all facts. Heath Gilmore Sr., what's going on? I deal with all facts. So this magazine is from 2000. That's 22 years ago. Okay? What does that magazine say? Who is the future of boxing? Is it Shane Mosley or Floyd Mayweather? Okay? DeHaven Alexander, what's going on? This is the future. Who is the future of boxing? Is it Shane Mosley? Is it Floyd Mayweather? Okay, 22 years ago. Okay, Larry Merchant asked Shane Mosley. You guys been compared to each other for quite some time. Are you going to fight Floyd Mayweather? Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher. P-Man, what's going on? That was the question. Who is the fighter of the future? Is it Shane Mosley? Is it Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather said, let's make it happen. Daniel Stanley, what's going on? Jason Smith, what's going on? Big Jag, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather said, let's make it happen. Shane Mosley said, I got a toothache. Y'all ain't hear me. Floyd Mayweather said, let's settle this. Let's find out. Let's make it happen. Larry Merchant, we know ain't a fan of Floyd Mayweather. He ain't a fan of Floyd Mayweather. Larry Merchant said, we want to see who the future is. Is it you or is it Floyd Mayweather? Shane Mosley, are you going to fight that man? And Shane Mosley said, I got a toothache. I got a toothache. J Miles, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. The money team needs to put my boy Blue on their payroll. I don't know what Ellaby was talking about. No Floyd slander is tolerated. Facts. We know. We know. I don't even know where he got that from. That's why I asked him off record. Where did you get that from? My brother Kenneth Bussa Move in the building. Hey, Kenneth, you already know what to do, great brother. Drop that link. Drop that information in the building, in the chat. Go support my brother Kenneth Bussa Move, his establishment. That's what we do over here. We support one another. Salute to my brother J Miles in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Boss Red 357, my brother in the super chat. Play the audio for them, Blue. Now, I can't do it, Boss Red. Salute to my brother, Boss Red. I can't do that because it's HBO. Poe Porter, we know that. He didn't. Sneaky Quiet, what's going on? That's exactly what he was sounding like. Salute to my brother, the Drew Titan, my brother in the building, in the super chat. Go subscribe to my brother, the Drew. Drew dropped the link in the chat, great brother. He said, chill, Blue. These cats don't know all this because there was no social media back in the 90s and the 2000s. Facts. This is why I said, Drew, they don't know. They don't know. Mr. J Racing, what's going on? See, I do this. This is what I do, Drew. Ben Franklin Jr. 100, what's going on? This is what I do, Drew. They must have forgot, like Roy Jones said. Domingo 101, what's going on? 12, Choice 12 Osborne, what's going on? They must have forgot. This is what I do. So you come here talking about he doing the same thing Floyd was doing. No, he was not. See, here's the thing. He seeked out Floyd Mayweather. He lost to Floyd Mayweather. What is the other big name that Canelo Alvarez seeked out? I'll wait. And how did he become the man to beat? Because he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Somebody tell me, where's the big fight? Where's the big name that Canelo Alvarez was like, that dude, I want to fight that dude. He didn't even do that with Triple G because Triple G was calling him out. And then the WBC, they ordered him to fight Triple G. And he wasn't happy. That's why he didn't want to even accept the WBC belt. Remember? He didn't even want to take a picture with it because they ordered him to fight Triple G. He didn't call out Triple G. Taiwan Gibson, what's going on? He didn't call out Triple G at all whatsoever. Triple G was calling him out. So show me the big name on a regular basis that he was pointing to and saying, that dude, I want to fight him. Where? Christopher John, what's going on? Douglas Duran, what's going on? Oh, Herbie Weaver. For sure, he makes more money. Terry Pruitt, she said never happened, Blue. Facts. ESO 35, what's going on? I'm still waiting for somebody to show me where, because Floyd Mayweather called out Shane Mosley in his prime. Floyd Mayweather called out Oscar De La Hoya in his prime. Floyd Mayweather was featured on a magazine with Shane Mosley, who was the future, and he was calling out Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley didn't want to do it. Shane Mosley was considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, 135-pounder in the history of the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather was, that's what people said, that was his glamour division. That was his best division, that 130, 135. PA player, what's going on? So Floyd Mayweather said, let's make it happen. Let's leave no doubt. MJM Fox, what's going on? Okay? Eli Sinoris, what's going on? George Thompson Jr., what's going on? Floyd Mayweather called out Costa Zoo, but y'all don't know who Costa Zoo is. Floyd Mayweather called out Joel Casamayor, but y'all don't know who Joel Casamayor is. Floyd Mayweather called out Robert Garcia when he was a champion. Y'all don't remember Robert Garcia was a champion. All you remember is Robert Garcia as a trainer. You don't remember Robert Garcia as a champion. Chris Griffin, what's going on? You don't remember that. Envy the God, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather called out Iselina Freitas. Do y'all even know who Iselina Freitas is? I'm sure you don't. Hey, Sneed, what's going on? Do you even know who Iselina Freitas is? I'm sure you don't. Iselina Freitas said, you know what? I'm not going to fight Floyd Mayweather. Iselina Freitas thought it was better to take his chances. This is a fact. He thought it was better to take his chances with Diego Corrales, who was undefeated and a knockout artist, over fighting Floyd Mayweather. And he still lost. So do you remember? Tie on two wheels, what's going on? Underground Sound, what's going on? Now, do y'all remember that Diego Corrales didn't even want to fight Floyd either? David Richardson, what's going on? He just got fed up and said, man, I'm tired of y'all keep bringing up Floyd Mayweather. So it was equivalent. This was equivalent to Jerron Boots Ennis today. Floyd Mayweather was equivalent to Jerron Boots Ennis. Diego Corrales, right? Diego Corrales, he saw enough. He had enough. He said, I'm tired of y'all keep bringing up this dude, Floyd Mayweather. I'm going to fight him. And guess what? He fought him, and he was the underdog. Floyd Mayweather was the underdog in the fight. Uh-oh. Y'all don't remember that, though. Y'all don't remember that. And George Foreman said, I can't believe Floyd Mayweather is fighting Diego Corrales. This is a mistake. That's what George Foreman said. King Ice, what's going on? EBL Payne, Banter, what's going on? George Foreman said, this is a mistake. Floyd Mayweather is too small for Diego Corrales. It's only a matter of time. But y'all say he's doing the same thing. No, he ain't. John Pitts, what's going on? Julie Fur, 9211, what's going on? Laker Nation 824, what's going on? See, y'all don't even remember that. We got 930 people here. We should have 930 likes, and I'm sure we don't. We don't even have 900 likes. Dentrell Golf, what's going on? Cyrus Gadsden, what's going on? So it's nothing like the same. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Chief Cano, what's going on? He said, Chief Cano, Diego Corrales was weight drained. Diego Corrales chose the weight. Did you know he was watch this now. Watch this now. I love this. I could do this all night. He said Diego Corrales was weight drained. And he didn't fight. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Diego Corrales was weight drained. Didn't fight Pac, fought Berto his last fight. Why would he fight Pacquiao in his last fight when he beat him his second to last fight? That don't make sense. And he beat him handily. So what are you talking about? So after he beats Manny Pacquiao handily, easily, you telling me he avoided Manny Pacquiao again? What are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? He didn't fight Pacquiao again. He fought Berto. Why would he? He beat him handily. So you telling me he avoided him after he beat him easy? Come on, make it make sense. And Diego Corrales, did you know? You said he was weight drained. Did you know Diego Corrales was the A side? Did you know Diego Corrales chose to go down in weight? Uh-oh. I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure you didn't. You didn't know that. Kevin Bridges, what's going on? Did you know Diego Corrales was the A side and Diego Corrales chose to go down there because Diego Corrales said, man, I'm tired of y'all talking about Floyd Mayweather? Scott Malone, what's going on? Amazing. 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 Emmanuel H., my brother in Super Chat. Salute, Blue. Kings and Queens in the chat. Blue, these facts from the rooftop gonna hurt these cats' heads. Hashtag welcome to Blues Cookout. Facts. They don't even know that. See, Floyd Mayweather been the A side so long, they can't even remember him being a B side. Nino Brown, what's going on? They can't even remember that. Can't lose. What's going on? He been the A side so long, they can't even remember these times. They don't even know what I'm talking about. They don't even know what I'm talking about. He said, watch this now. Conor McGregor, Berto, Guerrero, Madonna instead of Amir Khan. Huh? What did Amir Khan? Oh, last time I checked, Amir Khan was knocked out previous times before that. So he avoided Amir Khan for what? Amir Khan was already knocked out plenty times. And he was almost knocked out by Madonna. And Guerrero only had one loss and was his mandatory. Andre Berto was his farewell fight, and Conor McGregor was his big money fight. So what are we talking about? Amir Khan to what? Please stop. Please stop. Stop it already. Now we talking about he in a fight Amir Khan. You see how far we reach? Eugene Pearson said, and he couldn't even stop Conor. Or the last time I checked, didn't Conor McGregor get stopped? Conor McGregor went 12 rounds? I don't even think. Look, they just be throwing out anything. Sully, what's going on? He said, and he couldn't even stop Conor McGregor. Huh? Wait, Conor McGregor went 12 rounds? What? Wait, what? Conor McGregor went 12 rounds? Chief Cano, you said, so now you said he beat Pacquiao fair and square, but you just said he didn't fight Pacquiao his last fight. He chose to fight Andre Berto. So if he beat him fair and square and he beat him handily, very easy, why did he need to fight him his last fight? For what? Come on, make it make sense. You just said he beat Manny Pacquiao fair and square. So then what did he need to fight Manny Pacquiao again for? Now it's Amir Khan. Amazing. It never ends. Smash the like button, people. We should be at 1.1K likes. Get the likes up. Francisco, what's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? So the championship round, what's going on? Tate Brown, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? 11520. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. So now Amir Khan is the big test. Amazing. Roscoe Grant, what's going on? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.2K. Peace be free. What's going on? You can't make this stuff up. Tyler Smith, what's going on? Salute my brother Tyler. Yes, I did, great brother. How about you? Jonathan Simon, brother in Super Chat. Blue, how was Corrales weight drain and Floyd Mayweather had been left the weight, and Diego stayed there. See, the thing is, they don't know Jonathan Simon. They don't know. They know not what they say. Mike J, what's going on? Texas T346. Go subscribe to my brother Texas T346. Blue Hawk, what's going on? Why didn't Floyd fight Thurman or become undisputed? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So, Chris Griffin, what's going on? Let me ask you this question right off the top. If Floyd Mayweather wanted to be undisputed, could he have been undisputed? Again, Floyd Mayweather, he made it clear. Too shy, what's going on? Salute to Vietnam. He made it abundantly clear he wasn't interested in paying these sanctioning fees. Okay? He made that abundantly clear. He said all belts do is collect dust. He didn't want to pay the sanction fees. Okay? And if you look at the fight with Shane Mosley, just to give you an example, okay, that he backed up what he was saying. When he fought Shane Mosley was the champion after he beat Antonio Margarito, the biggest win of Shane Mosley's career, knocking Antonio Margarito out. Or you could say it was Oscar De La Hoya, right? But he was coming off of a big win, knocking out Antonio Margarito, right? And Shane Mosley was the underdog. Shane Mosley became the champion. Floyd Mayweather, he let it be known. He said, when I fight Shane Mosley, I don't want your belt on the line. You can keep your belt. I don't want to pay sanctioning fees. So after he fought and beat Shane Mosley, he didn't even fight Shane Mosley for Shane Mosley's belt. He didn't want to pay the sanction fees. Petty Teddy, what's going on? So he stated that you can keep your belt. So therefore, that was a clear indication he had no interest in coming undisputed because he didn't want to pay the sanction fees. So there you have that. Okay. So now fast forward to Keith Thurman. He gave Keith Thurman the same ultimatum he gave Canelo Alvarez. He told Keith Thurman, just like he told Canelo Alvarez, unify the belts against Austin Trout. You fight and you beat Austin Trout. Caught on camera, what's going on? You fight and you beat Austin Trout. Then I'm going to fight you. Did he not keep his word? Canelo Alvarez beat Austin Trout. Did he fight Canelo Alvarez? Absolutely. Okay. He told Keith Thurman, go ahead and fight Errol Spence, unify the belts, beat Errol Spence, or not unify the belts, but beat Errol Spence. If you fight and beat Errol Spence, then I'll fight you immediately. And Keith Thurman said, on record, go look at Keith Thurman's interview. James with AZ, what's going on? Jones, what's going on? Okay, go listen to Keith Thurman's interview. He just confirmed this. Keith Thurman confirmed that Floyd Mayweather told Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, if y'all fight each other, I will fight the winner. Go look it up. And Keith Thurman said, nope, they were trying to collude against me. Now I got to fight Errol Spence to fight you. It's not happening. So Floyd Mayweather said, okay, then I'm not fighting you. He's kept his word. He told, if you fight him and beat him, I'll fight you. Just like he did with Canelo Alvarez. History shows he kept his word. Why didn't he do it? And Errol Spence was green. Keith Thurman was seen as one of the best welterweights in the world, right? So why didn't he do it? He didn't do it. Go look. If you don't believe me, go look at Keith Thurman. Right? He kept his word. Keith Thurman confirmed it. So there you have it. The Followers Podcast, my brother in Super Chat. My man said Floyd couldn't stop Conor. Like my science teacher used to say, stop the nonsense. Smash the like button, y'all. Salute, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Can't make this up. Douglas Duran, what's going on? Skills from New Orleans, my brother in the Super Chat. He said the greatest boxers ever are not known for undisputed. Rather, they're known for who they fought. Exactly. So Floyd Mayweather got to a level in his career where if he fought Keith Thurman, now let me give you an example, because I know people are going to say, if he fought Keith Thurman at that time and beat Keith Thurman, then everybody would have been like, man, who was Keith Thurman? Who did Keith Thurman beat? Guys, hey. Stop. If he fought and beat Keith Thurman, after he beat Keith Thurman, y'all would have been screaming, man, who is Keith Thurman? Who is Keith Thurman? What did Keith Thurman do? Who did Keith Thurman beat? That's what y'all would have been saying. That's what y'all would have been saying. Tony Jackson, what's going on? It's Cinnamon Savage, and I agree with Canelo. They need to be fighting each other. David Benavidez and Charlo should have been fighting Cinnamon Savage. They should have been fighting the week after. It shouldn't have been David Benavidez versus Kai Wilson, Kai Davison, or even Jose Eustaquio. It should have been David Benavidez versus David Benavidez versus Jamal Charlo, and the winner fight Canelo. And they opted not to take that route. I agree with you 1,000%, Cinnamon Savage. Greenhold Dunham, what's going on? I agree with you 1,000%. Because they would have been fighting a week apart, and it just made sense. Too much like right. Elijah, my man, what's going on? Nobody 2000, what's going on? Lopez avoiding Haney. Yeah, EPL banter, what's going on? So you got people now, right? They're gonna tell you Teofimo Lopez, man. Teofimo Lopez, man. The dude is now he's saying he's gonna vacate the belts. Now he wants to vacate the belts. Hey man, get this out of it, man. These dudes with these dudes are amazing, man. Where they find these dudes, man? Where they find them, man? So Dwayne Jefferson, what's going on? So yeah, smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.2K. Healthy Hustle, what's going on? Get the likes up to 1.2K. Smash the like button. Yeah, Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez should have been fighting already. No, that's not Drew Titan. That's not a real account. Mook the Villain, what's going on, great brother? That ain't Drew Titan. Christian Benacourt, what's going on? I don't know, man. See, this is why I be skeptical about giving out wrenches, man. Antoine Dion, sis, what's going on? Yeah, you give out wrenches, man, and dudes will switch up. Jorge Zapata, what's going on? They'll switch up to you. They'll switch up on you, and they do stuff like that, man. This is why, Major, what's going on? Omar Mohammed, what's going on? It's amazing, man. Amazing. It's amazing, man. Chris Brooks, what's going on? Demetrius Hall, what's going on? Can't lose, what's going on? Yeah, that's amazing, man. So it's clearly somebody I trusted in has ever fought an undefeated black fighter. Yeah, no, you know why? Because they didn't give him the opportunity to do it. They didn't give him an opportunity to do it. He was supposed to fight Zab Judah. Zab Judah kept losing. He was trying to fight Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was avoiding him. Like what other fighters in his era that he could have fought that was undefeated? Jones, what's going on? Why? It's supposed to be on right now.
No, it was over. He died yesterday.
Unbelievable. Loyalty over royalty. What's going on? Yeah, I heard T.O. struggle to make weight. Smaggy, what's going on? Let me send the historian a link. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.2K. Cinch Strong TV, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Barber Talk 101, what's going on? Who wins, Tank or Haney? Honest opinion. I think Devin Haney wins. Right? Devin Haney, Brown Lumber 909, what's going on? Khalid Raouf, Ahmad Bey, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? Mayan Films, what's going on? Sully, what's going on? Jones, what's going on? He said, shout out to my mom. Sorry about that, chat. Salute, great brother. OBJ, what's going on? Christopher Craney, what's going on? I think that Neckbone, what's going on? I think that Devin Haney has all the tools. And I need y'all to go subscribe to the basketball channel because we will be doing basketball talk this weekend. Go subscribe to the basketball channel. My brother Emmanuel H just put the link there. Destin T said, Blue, I agree. I always tell people a puncher can't beat a pure boxer. Facts. That's what I see, right? And the talented Mr. Ranger, what's going on? William Old School on them. What's going on, great brother? Where you been at, man? Happy holidays to you. And it's not that Tank can't win the fight. And go support my brother Kenneth Buster Move, 725 Katy Drive, Fort Washington, Maryland. My brother got his own restaurant lounge. It's called Martini's Restaurant and Lounge. Go subscribe, my brother. Go support my brother if you're in the DMV area. 725 Katy Drive, Fort Washington, Maryland. 2744 Martini's Restaurant and Lounge. Go subscribe and support them. Support my brother Kenneth Buster Move. My brother Major in the super chat dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Canelo whole career is manufactured. Lost to Lara, in my opinion. Lost to Triple G at least once. Duck Charlo and Andrade, and told the public he don't fight other to Duck Benavidez. How is he considered best pound for pound? Agreed, great brother. I can't debate you on that. Can't. Salute to my brother Major in the super chat dropping that dub on your boy Blue.
For the Harry Potter.
Show him his shirt.
Yeah. Say me below.
Look at my doggies. Look at his shirt. Look. He got on a Harry Potter hoodie. A Harry Potter hoodie. Jordan Michael, what's going on?
What?
Rottweiler, my brother. Antone Foster, what's going on? Check out his Harry Potter hoodie. Poe Porter, what's going on? Check him out. He living a good life. Neckbone, what's going on? Henry King, what's going on? He living a good life. So my thing is this, Chef Dre Book, what's going on? My thing in picking Devin Haney to beat Gervonta Tank Davis is because the boxing skill, like Destiny Black said, right? The pure boxing ability of Devin Haney, and watching Devin Haney train. Marco Gonzalez, what's going on? I watched Devin Haney in sparring. I'm telling you, man. Antone Foster, what's going on, great brother? So with that said, I think that Devin Haney has the skill set, the ring IQ, and the boxing talent, the athletic talent to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. That's not to say Gervonta Tank Davis can't win the fight. I just think that that Devin Haney has the skill set that it would take to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, I think that Mark West, what's going on? Another one is Shakur Stevenson, right? I think Shakur Stevenson has the skill set to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, Chino says soft chin Haney. How? What are you talking about? Y'all confuse me. How you get soft chin Haney? From what? Rel Dance, what's going on? What about his chin said he was soft? Because you saw him take one punch and get rattled one time? That means his chin is soft? What are you talking about? Amazing. Jay Ison, what's going on, my brother? What's good with you, Jay? Salute to my brother, man. Happy holidays to you, great brother. Hey, tell Earl, Jay, tell Earl, man. His comment, hey Jay, tell Earl when he told dude, when dude asked him about his eye, and he told dude, look fine to me. Hey man, tell him that had me rolling, man. My eye, yeah, your eye. You look fine to me. Hey man, I thought that was the funniest thing I heard in a minute. Hey Earl, how's your eye? My eye? Yeah. Look fine to me. Oh man, that had me in tears, man. Salute to my brother Jay Ison, man. He said Haney don't got better skills than Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. In what world don't you see that? Teofimo Lopez has great skills. What makes you think that Haney don't have better skills or as equal as amount of skills? Show me what skill set you think that separates Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez's skill set. Boston Hoye, what's going on? Mark Casey, what's going on? Exactly, TDLC. K Copper, what's going on? Tell me, championship round, what's going on? Somebody tell me, the brother said Teofimo has better skills. Okay, cool. That's me, what's going on? Y'all boys love Haney. His skills are off the charts. That's me. If you don't see that Devin Haney's skill set is off the charts, then you don't know boxing. If you don't see Devin Haney's skill set, maybe you don't watch it up close. Maybe you don't watch Devin Haney. But if you don't see his skill set, I don't know what to tell you. Blackwater Boxing, brother in Super Chat. Salute, Blue. What if Tio looks sharp and beats Kambosos in knockout fashion? Will the media bias kick in? P.S. Why Loma #1 in box rec? I don't know how Loma got there. Loma has what, 17 fights, 18 fights, and he got 2 losses in that time. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. He has about 17, 18 fights, and he has 2 losses in that time frame. He lost to a young kid and a journeyman. That guy, Ron Waters, what's going on? Jordan Michael, what's going on? He lost to a journeyman, and he lost to a young kid. If you say somebody is green, wouldn't it be Teofimo Lopez? Y'all tell me Canelo was green. This dude won championships and defended his title 5 times before he fought Floyd Miller. Teofimo Lopez won 1 title and never defended it and then beat Lomachenko. That would be green. If anybody's green, wouldn't that represent green? Tell the truth, Isaac. What's going on? Wouldn't that be the definition of a green fighter? Yet, Lomachenko is still in the pound-for-pound list. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing, isn't it? Creative athlete, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that. Wait, whoa. He dropped that $250 on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute to my brother, creative athlete in the Super Chat, dropping that $250 on your boy Blue. He said, salute, Blue. Your content is the richest. That's why everybody's here, the real ones and the trolls. Keep grinding and shining, fam. Watching for years. I'm on the grind also. Salute to my brother, creative athlete. I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Marlon Creighton, what's going on? Joshua Vasquez, what's going on? And I'm working on something behind the scenes. John Pitts, what's going on? To bring to y'all. Burgess Meredith, what's going on? Jellybean 4280, what's going on? So my thing is this, right? Who you think wins, Shakur or Haney after it beats Valdez? I got Devin Haney. Again, let me say this again. That don't mean Shakur can't win the fight. That don't mean I don't like Shakur Stevenson, right? That don't mean none of that. Okay, I just think that Devin Haney has the skill set, the reach, the size to beat Shakur Stevenson. But if it's anybody that's going to beat Devin Haney, it's going to be Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Tank Davis. Destiny Black said, why Haney? Because of his foot speed, his foot movement and foot speed. I think that he could keep Shakur Stevenson at bay. He's bigger. He's more rangier. He's longer. So he could outbox Shakur from a distance where Shakur has to work to get on the inside. Devin Haney can keep him at bay because of his foot speed. Shakur Stevenson puts his combinations together beautiful, but he doesn't move. So I think Destiny Black, I think it's going to look a lot like Floyd Mayweather versus Zab Judah. But you see how Zab Judah has excellent footwork, right? Zab Judah has very quick, very great athlete, but he fights in a flat-footed manner like Shakur Stevenson. They have very fast hands, very high ring IQ, great boxing skills, and the entire total package. But what takes to beat them is movers. And I think that the fact that Devin Haney is bigger and more rangier than Shakur Stevenson, meaning he could touch Shakur Stevenson, he don't have to be in that pocket where Shakur can let that combination go. Boom, 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 boom. He could get out. He could make Shakur Stevenson a 1-2 puncher, meaning that he could limit Shakur Stevenson's combinations because of his foot speed. Right? His foot speed offsets Shakur. Right? He could continue to make Shakur reset. Oh, King David 87. Shakur definitely has the ability. Like I said, if it's going to be anybody to beat Devin Haney, it's going to be Shakur Stevenson, or it's going to be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the fact that Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis, they fight in a flat-footed manner, right? And they're getting comfortable in that. Not that they can't move, but they're getting comfortable, right? They're getting comfortable sitting down. Where Devin is a mover, so he could touch you, bam, 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 and he could get out of there. When they go to let their combinations, he can make them a one puncher, a one punch puncher, 1 punch at a time or 2 punches at a time. Yeah, they trying to get it off, and he's moving, right? And he's more rangy than they are, right? So Hard Body J Timo, my brother, what's going on? Go support my brother Hard Body J Timo on Instagram at Hard Body J Timo, right? Because Charles Welbeck, what's going on? My brother have a tournament. He's a natural bodybuilder. He's also a coach. Okay, he also trains. So go support my brother Hard Body J Timo, man, at Hard Body J Timo on Instagram. So go support my brother Hard Body J Timo, please. Kevin Capote, brother in the super chat, much love to you. Appreciate you. So that's my thing. So now the thing with, I say this, there's only 3 people that could beat Gervonta Tank Davis, in my opinion. That's Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Gervonta Tank Davis himself. That's it. And the reason I say that Shakur Stevenson, the reason I say Devin could beat Gervonta Tank Davis, I think he will beat him if they fought, is because of the same reasons. He's a mover. He's rangy. Okay. Okay, the basketball channel. I'm about to pin it up in the chat. So we're gonna bring you on the basketball channel, Destiny Black. Emmanuel, drop the link to the basketball channel again in the chat so I can pin it up. And go support my brother Kenneth Buster Move, man. Once again, 725 Katy Drive, Fort Washington, Maryland, 2744 Martini's Restaurant and Lounge. Go support my brother Kenneth Buster Move, please. So now, salute to my brother Skills from New Orleans in the super chat. He said, what do we expect? Look who creates the pound for pound list. Consider the sources. No, this is a fact. My pound for pound list and the website will be finished. I'll have it done Monday. Everything will be done. I'm gonna have okay, Destiny Black. On Monday, I'll have the website. It's already done, but I'm gonna add. Me and Kurt gonna have our pound for pound fighters. We're gonna have our divisions broken down. We're gonna have all of that broken down. Okay, and I'm gonna have writers. Right, we're gonna have everything on the website. So the website will be finished on Monday. So y'all be able to go there on Monday and look at the pound for pound list on Monday, people. Again, the website will be up and it will be on Monday. You could go and check out me and Kurt's official pound for pound list. Okay. And we'll have our divisions, right? Great forever. What's going on? We're gonna have our divisions. We're gonna have AK what you heard, what's going on. We're gonna have our divisions. We're gonna have all of that set. You know what I mean? So y'all be able to go there, and we got to take the reins. Las Vegas Leon, my brother in the super chat. Salute, big bro. Blue, still didn't see DM, bro. Still? Thought I DM'd you. I thought I DM'd you. I thought I DM'd you. Las Vegas Leon, I'm going to DM you. I'll be back that way on Monday, great brother. Jamal Wright, what's going on? Gifted 142, what's going on? I'll be back that way next week, Las Vegas Leon. So I'll inbox you, great brother. So the reason I say that Shakur Stevenson can beat Gervonta Tank Davis is because I think that he can make Tank Davis hesitant to let his hands go in the pocket, right? He's a little bit bigger than Tank. I think Tank, I don't know who has the faster hands. I think all three of their hand speed is on the same level. Tank Davis for sure has more power, right? Simmons Savage, my brother said Figueroa or Fulton. Hey, man, I instantly, when you first initial reaction is Steve Fulton. Gary Russell said something today that made me I'm going to rewatch it. Al Simmons, H. Spawn, what's going on? Gary Russell said something today that made me think that I'm going to go back and rewatch some fights, but he said in the second half of the fight, he's picking Steve Fulton as I am, right? But he said that in the second half of the fight, we got to see if Fulton can deal with Figueroa's pressure. And he said that in the second half of the fight, Figueroa's pressure is going to the body and things of that nature. He's going to slow down Fulton. And he believes that it's a strong chance that Fulton might get stopped, right? Because of the pressure, essentially, right? It might wear him down. Kurt also believes that Figueroa is going to win the fight. Shin David, what's going on? He said Tank is overrated. Tank is not overrated, bro. Please stop. Come on, man. How is Tank overrated? Destiny Black, I feel you. I feel you on that as well. GT Entertainment, what's going on? How is Tank overrated? Explain that to me. Explain. Bradford White, brother in the super chat, he said, Blue, what would Tank need to do to beat Haney? I feel like if he can avoid the jab, cut the ring off, and work the body, he could win. What would he have to do to beat Devin Haney? Stay poised. Stay poised. And be more active, right? He gonna have to cut the ring off, not follow him around. Cut the ring off and let his hands go in combinations. CJ Bray, what's going on? And stay committed to the body if he's gonna beat Devin Haney. James, what's going on? He's gonna have to wear him down and stay committed to the body. Can he beat Devin Haney? For sure. Marty 1, what's going on? I just don't see it. Just in my personal opinion, right? Not that he can't. I just don't think that he will. I don't think that I don't think that he, no, he does Destiny Black. He does for sure. He does for sure. But I don't I just saw Mario Barrios was outboxing him. Mario Barrios has a 70-inch arm reach. That bothered Tank. But Mario Barrios is not nowhere near the athlete Devin Haney is. And Devin Haney has the same arm reach as Mario Barrios. And that length was giving Tank problems. And I think that with the movement, the foot speed, Mario Barrios don't have that foot speed. Mario Barrios don't have the athletic ability. And he don't have the ring IQ, hand speed, and combination punching that that Devin Haney has. So just imagine if Mario Barrios was a better athlete. Might have been a different fight. Nick J, peace of blessings to the Queen. She said, I'm torn with Fulton and Figueroa. Me too. Me too. New World Era Music Group LLC, what's going on? So Jolson Lewis, what's going on? Mangus Allen, what's going on? So that's my thing, when it comes to that. But Tank's ring IQ, I think, is underrated. I think Tank Davis' ring IQ is underrated. Only thing we look at is his power, and that's his ring IQ sets up his power. Haney doesn't have power, though. I think Tank will. Haney does have power. He don't sit down on all his punches, but he does have power. Do you see anybody just bull rushing into any fight with Devin Haney? Well, that answers the question. Dontrell Goff, Josh Taylor versus Boots. Oh, I love that fight. Oh, I love that fight. Oh, I love that fight. Boots wins. Christian Gutierrez, what's going on? Boots wins, though. And I think Boots stops Josh Taylor by 7th round. Full movie episode, my brother, what's going on? Real talk, what's going on? And then they're going to tell you that, oh, this Josh Taylor never fought nobody. I'm guaranteeing you that that's going to be the start of the talk. Yeah, well, Josh Taylor, man, he never beat this guy. He never, that's going to be the talk of the town. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to go. Blackwater Boxing, what's going on? Did my brother Emmanuel H put the did my brother Emmanuel H put the the link? Did you put it in there? Did Emmanuel H put the link in there? Yeah, Boots is going to stop him. Little Bounce Bright, what's going on? Boots is going to stop him. Can Haney take Tank's punches or quick pressure? I don't think nobody could take Tank punches. He just can't get hit flush. Nobody could take Tank's punches. Nobody. Man, I wish I could tell y'all some information that I know. I just can't. I got to keep it in house. But can't nobody take Tank punch. Can't nobody take Tank punches. You can't do it. Trust me. Trust me. Welterweights, light heavyweights, junior middleweights, they can't take Tank punches. Trust me. So ain't nobody, Quan 4-3, what's going on? Ain't nobody taking his punches. Believe me. Just believe me when I tell you. They ain't doing it. Yeah, that is true, Destiny Black. Devin, yeah, Yo-Yo, because you did take the punches. You're right. You're right. We got my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
All right, hey Blue man, I'm just chilling, man. How you doing tonight? What's
Oh,
up,
man,
family?
I'm good, great brother. How was your holidays?
I was good, man. My wife brought some food to me, man, and I enjoyed that macaroni and cheese and stuffing. My brother-in-law makes the best stuffing, man.
Jafari sees a brother in super chat. Kurt, he said Tank hit Barrio so hard he took a seat in midair. He took a seat in midair. Unreal. Hey, Kurt, let me ask you about this. For one, the topic I was talking about was that Canelo and his team confirmed that they have to pay millions of dollars to Mukabu, his mandatory, because he has a mandatory. So they have to pay millions of dollars to that mandatory, and they're gonna have to pay him for that fight, right? But that's what we'll talk about that in a second. But I wanted to ask you this question: what did you think about? Did you hear? Did you see my video, and did you hear what Sean Porter said about preparing for Terrence Crawford?
You say he didn't train, right?
Yeah, he didn't train.
I find it hard to believe.
Well, he trained. He said what he did was he didn't listen to Kenny. He didn't push it. Okay. He didn't so he stated that he just simply he said he wanted to save himself for the fight. So TR, what's going on? So what Kenny was trying to push him. Remember, Kenny said after the fight, I knew this was going to be the outcome because he wasn't committed, right?
Yeah, preparation. Yeah.
Right. And Sean Porter confirmed that. So he said for the first time, essentially, he tried to take the reins, is what I took from it. And he told Kenny, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So he was just saying, and he wasn't saying this as an excuse as to why he lost. So let me just clarify that. He was just saying this was the reason for Kenny stopping it, because Kenny was at the point where he said that Kenny told him numerous of times in training camp, this ain't gonna go your way. This ain't gonna be the outcome you want because you ain't doing what you need to do. So essentially, he said he knew this was on the verge when Kenny stopped the fight. He wasn't. He was surprised when he did it, but he wasn't surprised that he did it because he just said he simply wasn't. He said that in his mind he knew he was fighting Terrence Crawford, so he wanted to save himself for the fight and not leave it all in the gym. So, what's your thoughts on that, though, Kurt?
Well, if that's the case, then Sean Porter should retire because maybe he's losing the luster of the sport.
Well, he did retire, remember, Kurt?
Yeah, he did retire.
Mhm.
But I was just saying, that once you have your attitude that you didn't train like you did before and you were just going through the motions, so to speak, then it's time to get out the sport. Because remember, all the wars and the longevity of the sport, it's kind of mind-boggling because it's Sean Porter and you're fighting Terrence Crawford, but sometimes, fighters, they lose something and they can never get it back. And it seems like he lost something. He was just going through the motions, throwing punches, no game plan, just not listening to his father. So that's a telling sign. And that's why he retired. I've seen many fighters go through the same thing he go through. Remember in the Rocky movie, he said, "Hey, what happened to him when he told Mick?" And he said, "The worst thing happened to a fighter. You became civilized. And once a fighter becomes civilized, it's all over because a fighter's life is a lonely one. It's very lonely."
Mm-hmm.
And I think he likes commentating now. He got his podcast. You just lose interest, especially when you've been doing it for so long. Something happens.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that he said that got me right is this, Kurt, is that he stated, "I'm fighting Terrence Crawford." Renee Basham, my brother Renee, go subscribe to my brother Renee Basham. Renee dropped the link. He said, "I'm fighting Terrence Crawford, so I wanted to save myself." Like he wanted to stay fresh when he got to the fight. And it was like, bro, you
like that.
Go ahead, Kurt.
You have to train, not overtrain, but train hard and train smart. And basically that's saving yourself because you're well prepared. He he said he wasn't prepared. He would have lost anyway, but to have that mindset, it's kind of mind-boggling, especially with Sean Porter, who trains so diligently every fight. So I just think that his time has come to an end.
Agreed. We saw that video, remember, Kurt, when he fell asleep on Top Rank Podcast on the show.
I just think his mind is somewhere else now. It happens to the best of them. They say Marvin Hagler slacked off. When he started making Old Spice commercials and he started being at basketball games. I'm telling you, man, fame is one heck of a drug. And when you're a fighter, you feel that you deserve all this. You know, Zab Judah supposed to have been better than he looked. You know, because he was hanging out in clubs, and you know, you got some money. You know, you're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. I ain't even say millions. I'm saying hundreds of thousands of dollars a fight. You know, somebody on his scale, 700,000. That's a lot of money when a fighter never had that before. You know, I remember he was saying, "Yeah, I bought a couple of houses, and you know, he go jewelry shop. I used to see him out. I used to see him at a certain club. I used to see him out shopping. I used to see him. So I know firsthand what he was going through. You know, fighters have extracurricular activities. It takes that special few to be dedicated from beginning of your career to the end of your career. Even Floyd. Floyd had an uncanny way at controlling his urges. I done seen documentaries where, you know, he done had a caravan full of people and they went to Atlanta to enjoy themselves. But he knew how to train. He knew how to keep it in his proper content. You know, I done see him go to the clubs and drink milk and then start running. You know, he trained like he broke, like Zab Judah said. But it happens. They're human. It happens. You know, right now Canelo is dedicated to the sport, but it might happen to him when he feels I can let my foot off the gas. You know, you can buy whatever you want. That right there is a glorious feeling.
Mm-hmm. Black Water Boxing brother in Super Chat. He said, "Salute, Kurt. How you see Kambosos versus Teo playing out?"
I like Teofimo, but what I saw highlights of Cambosos, he doesn't bring much to the table unless he fights over his head. Teofimo don't take him seriously. But I like Teofimo in 6 rounds to knock out George Cambosos.
Yeah, me too. Jafari Brooks, brother in Super Chat. Off the topic, I can see right now that Spence versus Bud fight isn't going to happen because of the percentage split crap. Bud should just move up. No, he shouldn't move up. And it's
Not
gonna
right
happen.
now.
And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, Kurt. So you know, I just think that Sean Porter, you know, I don't think that he was fully committed. Like we said, you know, remember Terrence Crawford said, I ain't losing to a YouTuber. He said,
Yeah.
so it's like, you know, he was doing too much, in my opinion. He's doing too much. And remember, Kenny said that, right, Kurt? He said that Kenny said that Sean Porter was looking up at the clock at the gym. How much longer we gonna be here? You know, like you're not gonna win like that. Not against Terrence Crawford, you're not.
Wow.
Choice 12 Osborne. Why y'all time out Choice 12 Osborne? That's family, man. Don't time out Choice 12 Osborne, man. Why y'all time out Choice 12 Osborne? Dan Hill, what's going on? No, Choice 12 Osborne. I just wrenched you up. Choice 12 Osborne is family, man. Don't time him out. I just gave him a wrench. You wrenched up 12 Choice Osborne. So, yeah, Kurt. You know, what do you think about Teofimo Lopez saying that now he's going to vacate the title? There was talks. I don't know if you heard this today, but I heard it today that a lot of people and a lot of sources, good, solid sources, told me he was struggling to make weight. And you know, George Kambosos Jr. He and his team even put it out. You know, and they were saying he was struggling to make weight. So Leandre Guthrie Jr., what's going on? You know, so what do you make of that? He's saying now, you know, if he fight Devin Haney, it's going to be at 140. He's saying that, you know, he's going to vacate the belts essentially, and they say he struggled today. You know, so what's your thoughts on that though?
Yeah, I've been through that. This ain't nothing new. I said certain fighters are going to 140. That's why we're not going to have a lightweight tournament or a round robin. He's not going to be the only one that to lead the division. But I knew for a while ago he's been struggling to make weight. Regardless what he said, you look at his frame, he's thick, man. He couldn't make that weight too much longer, and that can play a big part in your performance. So with him going to 140, I'm not surprised. Somebody like Lomachenko, even Devin Haney, regardless, he may say he got to kill himself to make 135. He got to kill himself, regardless of what they say. And they may do it comfortably, but it takes away from your performance because you can be stale that night. Your weight has to be on point, especially when you're a lightweight, junior welterweight, welterweight. Your weight is going to have to be on point. You just can't have a fat camp like Tank. Tank got himself together now. He used to have problems making weight. I remember when doing that documentary, he was sick. I remember Mikey Garcia vomiting in the elevator. So weight is very, very important in how you take care of yourself in between fights. It's just with him, I don't think he's undisciplined, Teofimo. I just think that his body is growing, and he'll be a 140-pounder after this fight.
Yeah. Alfred Yasharala, brother in the super chat. Porter was retired. Hey, Porter was retired before he stepped foot in the ring with Bud. It's a shame that he went into the fight with that mindset. Either way, Bud did great. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Louis Perry, what's going on? Big LT, what's going on? Jerry Johnson, what's going on? All things, what's going on? That's the thing I don't like about it. James with AZ, what's going on? Is that when you say that and put that out there, it's like it takes away Terrence Crawford's performance. John Lejeune, what's going on? That's what I don't like. You know what I mean? Even though he's just speaking his truth, but it just makes it seem like, you Boston Truth Serum, what's going on? LOL, what's going on? It just makes it seems like it just makes it seem like, he you didn't go in there 100% and fully focused and locked in and turn, that's the thing I don't like. That's the thing I don't like. You know what I mean, Kurt? It's like, that bothers me. Like, this is the biggest just do boxing. What's going on? And I understand what Sean Porter, he's just speaking his truth about Zelos Newton, what's going on, about his situation with Kenny. So he was just explaining Black Carson, what's going on, what took place with him and Kenny and why things happened the way it happened. And, Kenny's getting a lot of kickback from stopping the fight and his comments after the fight. So he was just explaining that, in training, he just wasn't listening to Kenny. He wasn't doing what he asked him to do. He wasn't giving it his all. He was saying no. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I don't get. Yeah. That's the thing that, I believe him, Destiny Black. And I'm going to tell you why. Elbow, what's going on? I'm going to tell you why. Because of Kenny Porter's response. So Kenny Porter's response was emotional after the fight, not just because of the fight and his adrenaline running, but his response was emotional after the fight because it was a natural, genuine response, because it was a response where I told you. You understand what I'm saying? I told you. And see, this didn't even come from Kenny. It came from Sean, but it was a situation where you saw when he was yelling at him, Kurt?
Mm-hmm.
It was like he was telling him, like, I told you this was going to happen. I told you wasn't listening. Like, you didn't prepare. I told you. This is the wrong dude to do it against. And so, like Sean said, he said, my father understood who I was in there with and understood what this outcome could be because of what Terrence Crawford history is. And no, this ain't going to be my son, not tonight. We're just going to end it right here. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what that genuine response lets me know that was the truth. That genuine response by Kenny saying, you could see Kenny's reaction. It was like, why you shocked? You knew you wasn't doing what you, not that he didn't train, but you didn't go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, right, Kurt, it made sense because Jay Miles, brother super chat, he said all I kept saying in the first few rounds is Sean looks like he's in the shape of his life. Yeah, and then people was telling me Sean looked tired already. Sean looked tired already, right? And so another thing was Dante Comedy, what's going on? Another thing was I asked Sean Porter about his training and about Terrence Crawford's comments about doing things different to prepare for Sean. And remember, he said this, Kurt. He said, "We didn't do nothing different. We didn't have to go the extra mile." Remember, he said that in the press conference before the fight, and I'm like, And then remember, he turned it on Terrence. Remember, he said, "I wanted to ask Terrence, why did you go the extra mile for me? We just did things normal." You understand? So those little things started to come back in Kenny's natural response and in Sean's comments. Alpha Yasharala, brother in Super Chat, T.O. better win or I'm going to roast him for weeks. Yeah, he better win this fight. Rob, what's going on? Destiny Black, peace of bless to the queen in Super Chat. She said, "You're right. He was empirical. It was tacky, though." Yeah. But you know what it was, right? Emotional. I know what you meant. But it was, you know why it was emotional like that, Destiny Black? Is because it was a natural reaction because for more than one reason. It's just not his fighter, but it's his son. So the father kicked in. You know, that father, you understand what I'm saying, Kurt? That father part kicked in like, bro, I told you wasn't listening to me. And I told you this was going to be the outcome. It just happened on the biggest stage for us. You see what I'm saying? And so salute to the Queen Destiny Black. So it was that natural reaction that told me it was the truth. Because it was the father that kicked in. Bro, I ain't going to let you go out like that. You understand what I'm saying? No, that ain't happening on my watch. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat, Porter shouldn't retire on that note. He needs to whoop on somebody and retire on a positive note. No, I think it's over for him. Mark Webb, what's going on? I don't think he could. If you can't get up, Kurt, if you can't get up for Terrence Crawford, it's over.
Yep.
And the fact that he said he was already ready to retire after the Errol Spence fight, it's over, man. It's over. It's over. Marky Dan 123, brother Super Chat. Kenny was wrong. You lose as a team, and instead he put it all on his son. I would never speak to my father again if he humiliated me that way. See, that's the thing, Marky 123. You got to understand, it's not just his trainer, it's his father. So in that time, Kenny ain't perfect. He ain't perfect. Just do Boston's going. He ain't perfect. That was an emotional response. We want them to be robots. They're not robots. We could now. I'm sure Kenny look back and be like, "Ah, man, that wasn't the time." How many times, if you have children, you do stuff in public or have responses in private, and you be like, "Ah, that wasn't the time." But you got to keep in mind too, Marky Dan 123, Kurt. Like he said, Kurt, his father was telling him this in private already. So that's frustration. He was already in private telling him, "Bro, what are we doing here? You not going. This is not you. The outcome." And so when it came true, what he knew was going to come true, he let his emotions out. He said, "Hey, man, I knew this was going to happen." It's just, you got to understand. Just like Sean Porter, salute to my brother Trick Nolte. Just like Sean Porter said, he unraveled. He was punching the canvas, right? That's not what boxers do. He got out of character too. They're not robots. They're human beings. They're human beings. Michael Atkins says it shows your character. Yeah, I think it shows your character. It shows me the love that he has for his son. My sons play football games and play sports, and you know how many times in those times, Curry, I'll be like, we be on the field and I'm letting them have, man, what are you doing? Julian Samuels, what's going on? I done it. Man, come on, man. My sons played he's now 15. But at one point in time, my son was one of the top 10 football players in New York, New Jersey area, right? And there was times where he did stuff on the football field, and I used to be like, bro, what are you doing? Because I'm his dad. I've been training him. I've been preparing him. I know what he could do. So when he don't do it, it's frustrating. And especially if he don't do it because I know he ain't been focused until this point. It's easy to say. It's emotion. It's emotion. You know what I mean? It happens. Alpha Yasharala, brother in the super chat. If Tio loses, I'm gonna roast him worse than I did Porter. Oh, I thought I read that already. He said if Tio loses, I'm gonna roast him worse than I did AJ. Porter was fatigued in that fight. In retrospect, Spence versus Bud is gonna be huge if it happens. Oh, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be huge. Eric Wells, what's going on? But you understand Crunch Time Sports, what's going on? Am I wrong, Kurt, when I say that?
No, emotions is anybody can get out of whack when it comes to their emotions, especially if you're a kid. You know, football, basketball, boxing. You know, you yell, Kenny Porter. You know, they have intense workouts. Just like the documentary. You know, when he was getting ready to fight Earl, he was yelling and telling Sean that you ain't doing this right, and Sean would say, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." So you know, it's intense. Or Trinidad father smacking him in between rounds. A lot of people say, why you gotta smack him for? You know, that's the emotions of a father. That's all.
Exactly. And that's my thing. The trainer went out the window. The father kicked in my opinion. Especially because he knows what Sean could do. And he knows what Sean wasn't doing. Like Sean said, he knew me for 34 years. He knows when I checked in and when I'm checked out. Shit. And Kenny knew this was on the biggest stage. This is it. This is your last moment. And you dropped the ball. Right? You gotta, if you're gonna fight Terrence Crawford, you gotta bring everything. And you didn't, if that's the case. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to give it your all to be successful. You got to be the greatest version of Sean Porter to beat Terrence Crawford. It ain't happening. Dante Comedy, brother in super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said Crawford is a class act and he represents our people well. I hope you had a great holiday and your family, my brother Blue Blood. Africa and Haiti, love you, brother. Oh man, I love Haiti. I love Africa. I love you too, great brother. I appreciate y'all much, 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 very much, man. And I do agree with you. Terrence Crawford is definitely a class act. Always been. Always been. Sir Mel, what's going on? He's always been. Always been. You know, so that's a fact. JD Blue, what's going on? Rika Rabbit 12, Peace of Blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Jeffrey Brooks, brother in the super chat, once again dropping another half a dub on us in the super chat. It's clear at daylight that it's clear as daylight it's Kenny's fault. Like you said, Blue, Kenny didn't train him to go that extra mile, but question Bo Mack, and how he trained Bud. That stuff falls back on his trainer always. No, completely disagree. He can't force Sean Porter to do anything. Like Sean Porter said, Kenny was asking him and telling him what to do, and he said, "I was telling him no." That's not on Kenny. Is that on Kenny, Kurt?
Nope.
What could Kenny do if Sean is telling him, "Nah, I ain't doing this"? Hey, Sean, I need you to. No, I'm not doing that. What could he do? How could that fall on Kenny? Patterson, what's going on? That's not on Kenny. Kenny's there. He's giving him, I need you to do this. You got to do this. No. And he ain't a kid no more. Geo James Khalil 98, what's going on? He's not a kid. He's not in position to be able to, you know, what could he do? Kurt, what could Kenny do different? Miguel Perez, what's going on?
Nothing at this stage.
No. And Ovado Sports, what's going on? At this stage where he's at, Cam Estrada, what's going on? What could Kenny do? Can't do nothing. There's nothing he could do. The only thing he could do is go with it. Terry Pruitt, right. Peace of bless to the Queen in super chat. I knew Sean was out of it mentally when he hit the canvas like that. His dad did the right thing. That's what I'm saying. Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? He unraveled as well. He was pounding the canvas, yelling at himself. I mean, it just is what it is. Is what it is, man. You gotta be 1,010% better than your average self to beat Terrence Crawford. It just is what it is. David Clark, what's going on? And if you don't do that, nah, you ain't gonna beat Terrence Crawford. You ain't gonna beat Terrence Crawford. You ain't gonna beat Terrence Crawford even if you train 1,010%. So let alone not giving the extra 10, it ain't happening, bro. Have you ever seen a fight where Terrence Crawford is tired, Kurt?
No,
I ain't never
I
seen
haven't.
that dude tired.
That dude trains diligently every fight.
Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat, it falls back on Kenny because Kenny stated why train harder for a certain opponent. So Kenny had the wrong mindset. No. What is Kenny supposed to say? What is he supposed to publicly sit on a press conference and say, and we ain't training hard? He had to give that. Maybe he was trying to motivate. Do you ever think he was trying to motivate Sean? Do you ever think that he was trying to get something through Sean's head? What is he supposed to? Every fighter, Kurt, have you ever heard a fighter say going into a fight, yeah, this was a press conference, this was a horrible training camp? You ever heard that, Kurt?
No.
Hey, man, I ain't trained that hard, but I'm going to win. You ever heard that one? What is it supposed to say? Maybe he was trying to get through to Sean. They went the extra mile. They went up a notch because they know what they're facing in us. I mean, what do you think he was going to say? You know, but yeah. So Kurt, back to Canelo Alvarez, right? Saying that now they got to pay this guy extra money, to make this fight. They got to pay step aside money, so on and so forth, to make this fight happen. What's your thoughts on that? Because my thing is this: can't lose. What's going on? Nat King Cole. What's going on? When Canelo tells people, payday, you want payday. Now you paying for a legacy. You paying for accomplishment. Diego Garcia, what's going on? You're gonna pay this dude step aside me, and you're gonna pay the fighter himself.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know why he's worrying about it for, paying his opponent. You're getting $30 to $40 million a fight. So what are you worrying about it for? How much your opponent is getting? Yeah, some of these fighters, I really don't understand their philosophy and their outlook on life. What are you worrying about it for? You paying your opponent millions of dollars. I mean, you're getting $30, $40 million a fight. So what are you worrying about it for? You got to pay him step aside money and then pay him his purse. So what?
Mm-hmm.
You targeting him, so pay the man.
Exactly. Ex Krypton brother in Super Chat, he said, I'm a D1 athlete. My dad used to tell me in front of everybody, he used to let me have it. I had to paraphrase, great brother. My dad always said, I can't want it for you. You got to want it for yourself. Exactly. That's the same thing I tell my sons. Hey, you ain't got to be here. We only here because you say you want to be here. That's what I tell my sons all the time, Kurt, when I train them. You told me you want to be here. My time is precious. So if you don't want to be here, then let's not be here. But if you want to be here, let's make it happen. Period. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. Yeah, but don't justify that by saying why train harder, but maybe it's just me, blood. That wasn't the right thing to say. Again, it's emotion, brother. You got to understand the moment, the time, and the climate. It's all emotion. That's all that is. And there's no right place when you're telling your kid something when it's out of love. When it's your kid and it's out of love, there's no right time or wrong time. You just emotionally. Now you may look back and be like, man, I could have made a choice, right? But for the most part, it just happens because you love your kid and you want the best for them. Just is what it is. Kurt, we got some good news. Some great news just broke. We got Brian Castano, Jamel Charlo. February 26th is going to take place in Houston.
Oh, okay. Good. Great news. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Very good. Good.
Mm-hmm.
February 26th, huh?
Yeah, February 26th. The rematch will be in Houston, Texas.
Oh, that's great news. Yeah. Great news.
Yeah. So what you think about that?
Well, Jamel has to come up with a game plan, man. I think he kind of underestimated Castano's strength. He has to box more, and he had to come up with a solid game plan. Castano can be had, but you gotta be smart. Castano, he was up for this fight. You could tell he wanted to beat Charlo, but Charlo is all on Charlo. He's the better fighter. He could do more things. So him and his team has to come up with a game plan to neutralize Ryan Castano.
Mm-hmm. Salute to my brother X Krypton in the super chat. He said Colbert versus Shakur by knockout. I can't. When y'all send super chats, you can't put certain words in the super chat because it just can't go up. So I had to paraphrase it. Not just realize what it said. That's why I took it down. Salute to my brother X Krypton. I appreciate you. But he said Chris Colbert versus Shakur. You see them going back and forth, Kurt?
Yeah. That'd be a fun fight. That'd be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Shakur knock him out, but it'll be competitive though. Shakur won, but it'll be very competitive because of Colbert hand speed can offset Shakur hand speed.
Mm-hmm. The Follows podcast, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I just rewatched Spence versus Porter today. He looked sharper against Crawford. I understand what everyone's saying, but the outcome would have been the same, in my opinion. Bud is special. Yeah, I think the outcome was going to be the same anyway, as well. What you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, the outcome's going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because who he's in the ring with. He's in the ring with a special fighter, Bud Crawford. So Spence too. But he looked good the first, 6 or 7 rounds against Crawford. Even Bud a couple of times, but Bud is the type of fighter, man, that's going to fight the same from the first round to the 12th round. And the mark of a good fighter is when they can think down the stretch of a fight, and that was the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think Jamel Charles is gonna look different in this rematch with Brian Castano, Kurt. I think he's gonna make the adjustments. I think he see what he did wrong. I think Derrick James saw what he did wrong. Louis Perry, what's going on? And I think that he's gonna be a different fighter. I think this time he's gonna stop Brian Castano.
Well,
I think
good.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Well, I can't wait for the rematch. No, I
Yeah,
just
me
can't
too.
wait for the rematch.
Me too. I can't wait, man. And I hope that the WBC and WBO come to an agreement where Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo come to an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine they be on the same card again. Both those fights.
Yep.
That would be huge. I don't know if Demetrius Andrade. You think Demetrius Andrade take that fight in Texas though, in Houston?
No. Unless they give him a obscene amount of money. But besides that, no, he won't take it in Texas.
I'm surprised Brian Castano was taking it in Houston. Wasn't the last fight in Houston?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about that. The last fight was in Houston too, right?
He like his purse, that's why.
He like his purse. Boxing Boy Nation. Kurt said he like his purse. Oh, unreal. That purse got him, Kurt.
Yep. No, they said it. Hey, we're gonna have the second fight in Texas, and they said you'll be getting such and such for the rematch, and he said, okay, I'll take it. Well, I beat
Yeah,
him once, I can beat him again. That's what he said.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. In Jamel's backyard again. I mean, you proved yourself, right? See, Long, what's going on? To have some say so, why not? What's going on? Unless he ain't have no choice, Jamel was like, I ain't. If it ain't in Houston, it ain't happening. I like it though. Brian Son of G said, but he said, "Yup, but Blue, not reading it. Not reading what?" Brian Son of G. What am I not reading? I don't know what I'm not reading. City 313. He said first fight was the first fight was in San Antonio. Either way, it was in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, that's Jamel's backyard. San Antonio, Houston, that's his backyard, man. Why not? What's going on? It's his backyard, period. Still in Texas. That's his backyard. So no matter how you slice it, that's his backyard, man. Can't lose. What's going on? Yeah, Kurt. So we had other news. Deontay Wilder confirms he'll be back around that May time. What you think about that?
To be honest with you, I wanted to see Wilder retire, man. He has nothing else to prove, but I mean, he want to fight again, that's on him. But I wanted to see him retire, really. Who he's going to fight? Any names coming up?
Yeah, it could be Robert Helenius, Trevor Bryant for the WBA regular title, or possibly Andrew Ruiz Jr., which I think more than likely it'll be Trevor Bryant, Robert Helenius, and Andrew Ruiz. Andrew Ruiz don't seem to. He says that he wants the Wilder fight, but I don't think that.
No, he don't want it.
No, and not to mention for Deontay Wilder, it doesn't make sense to fight Andrew Ruiz for title contention because he's already number one in the WBC. So, in my opinion, it would make sense. TR, what's going on? It makes sense for him to fight Trevor Bryant in your comeback fight because you coming off of a knockout loss, grueling fights, fight Trevor Bryant, and on top of it, it puts you atop the WBA. So now you're number one in WBC and you're number one in WBA.
I sure hope he can get up for Helenius and Trevor Bryant. After fighting Fury, that's tough to do as well. But when you get used to the big fights, you got to fight somebody like Trevor Bryant and Robert Helenius. So I wanted to see the man retire, to be honest with you, but I guess he's gonna fight on.
Yeah, he wants to be a two-time champ, Kurt. He wants to be undisputed. He wants that. Great forever, brother in super chat. You think Thurman loses to Crawford? Is it because of inactivity, out too long, or injuries? I think even if Keith Thurman was in his absolute prime and active, he would lose to Terrence Crawford. I just think he has glaring weaknesses that Terrence Crawford could capitalize on. I think that he's more rangy. I think he takes a punch better than Keith Thurman. Interesting fight, but I just think that Terrence Crawford catches up to him, and I think that Terrence Crawford wins that fight. But what you think, though, Kurt? Not injuries, inactivity, but those do play a part in coming back.
Crawford's the better fighter. It's very simple. There's levels to this game. Thurman's a good fighter. Crawford's a great fighter. The only Father Time could beat Crawford, man. He done shown me what kind of fighter he is. I mean, Spence could beat him too, but that remains to be seen. Crawford would have beat Thurman, from pillar to post, even if Thurman was active. body shots. He can't take body shots. Crawford goes to the body. But Crawford's just a better all-around fighter. He's a fighter's fighter. He would knock out Thurman if Thurman was active or fighting like, actively. He'd still get knocked out by Crawford.
Yeah, agreed. PGH Big Dog, my brother. Ja Ross, the brother said, "Blew you the balls." By the way, appreciate you, great brother. Yeah, I agree. I just think that he's just a better boxer. Dan Hill was gonna. He just has more power in both hands. He's just a better boxer. So I just think smash the like button, get the likes to 1.4K. Smash the like button. I just think that he's just a better boxer overall. And I think that that's just the difference. It's not that inactivity, Kurt, and the injuries and all of that does play a part in his comeback. I think it lessened his chances to win the fight. But I think Xavier Franklin was going on. I think he will lose even at his prime. Just like I thought Kell Brook would lose to Terrence Crawford in his prime. Doesn't matter. The real McCoy brother in Super Chat. What Big Bro and Unk? What happened with the cinnamon step aside? I'll replay, but what I missed, shaking my head. So he's going to have to pay Juan Papi one-on-one. He has to pay Mukabu. He has the cruiserweight that he's looking to fight, Mukabu. He has a mandatory, and Canelo and his team, Mukabu, Kurt, from good sources, right? Not to reveal too much, but good sources, Kurt. He's not even interested in taking step aside money, and to begin with, so he's going to look to break bank, Kurt. He's looking to break bank, right? And with that said, they're gonna have to pay him big money to step aside because he's trying to stand on his square. So Canelo Alvarez, his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, Kurt. I don't know if you saw the interview. I'm sure. Well, the interview is in Spanish, so I had somebody translate for me a few of his interviews. And he said that this is a fight they know they could win. That's why they want the fight. This is a fight they know they could win. That's why they want this fight. And they're going above and beyond to make sure they secure this fight. And he has a WBC mandatory at cruiserweight. Isn't it funny, Kurt, that the WBC is just staying out of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy gets a free will to do anything. Well, him, see, he's equating winning belts in different divisions as greatness, but that's not. You're just collecting trinkets. That's not greatness. He going to different divisions and collecting belts. That's not greatness. Sorry, that's not how it's done. When Barney Ross was beating people, when he held the belt, the three belts, at the same time, he beat the best guy in that division. Petey Cerrone, Barney Ross, and Lou Ambers. They were the best champions, and there was only one champion in that division. He beat them. He just going picking and choosing what guys. Come on, man. Nobody don't know who Macombo is. But just so he could say, he went up to cruiserweight and he got a belt. That's all he's equating getting belts, collecting trinkets as greatness. And he's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Louis Perry, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. Hey, Blue, you're the man. He said, you're the man. Keep Spay. I don't think you finished what you were saying, but salute to Louis Perry. I appreciate you, great brother. He said, Blue, keep up the great work. I love your show. Appreciate you, Louis Perry. Much love to you. Dropping that half a dub on us in Super Chat. Appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, Kurt. So you essentially you buying accomplishments. That's how I look at it, Kurt.
Yeah, exactly. You're buying accomplishments.
Mm-hmm. Eli K, what's going on? You're not earning it, you're buying it. You know what I mean? I like the back and forth, Kurt, between Shakur Stevenson and Chris Colbert.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about it? Because I love it,
It's
man.
fun. It's fun. Maybe we could have a fight between them two. That would be even better.
Hmm.
Colbert will give Shakur a fight because his athleticism and his hand speed.
Hmm.
Shakur always had a big advantage, no matter who he fights. Well, Colbert it would be different.
Hmm.
I'm not saying he'll lose to him, but Colbert hand speed will give Shakur some trouble.
Hmm. Hmm. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1.4K. Get the likes to 1.4K. Hubble telescope, what's going on? Get the likes up to 1.4K. Smash the like button, people. Yeah, Kurt, I'm interested in it. Young fighters. Both of the coming in. They're not in their peak. They're not in their prime. But you know, you know, uh, it's a great fight. It's a great opportunity, and this just shows that they're not hesitant to lose their all. You know what I mean? Make it
Yeah.
happen. Make it happen. I love it, man. Great forever. Said I just subscribed. Much love to you, great brother. We appreciate you. Make it happen, man. Let's give us the best fighting the best. Give us the best fighting the best. Period. The Follows Podcast. My brother in Super Chat once again dropping another half of good on us in the Super Chat. I'm torn. I believe Canelo is a great fighter, and I also believe he's overrated and cherry picks opponents. They keep comparing him to Floyd, but Floyd fought the best as Pretty Boy and Money. Yeah, there's no comparison, man. There's absolutely no comparison. And Kurt, when you hear that, people say, "Oh, if he goes up to cruiserweight and wins, this gonna make him better than Floyd." Well, when you hear this type of stuff, what do you think, Kurt?
It's ridiculous. That just goes to show you how people just don't know the sport of boxing because this guy's going in different divisions and picking and choosing and getting belts, man. He'll never be Floyd Mayweather. They're neons apart. They're like 100 light years apart, and every light year is 1,000 years. So, he's nowhere near Floyd Mayweather.
Nowhere near, man. Nowhere near, man. I just and Kurt, I was telling them uh, um before you came on. Remember that magazine they had with Floyd Mayweather and Shane Mosley? Who's the future?
Yeah.
And Shane Mosley didn't want to take the fight. People don't
Mhm.
remember that, Kurt.
Well, I remember it clearly. They had a tooth. They know everybody turned Floyd down. Floyd
Hmm.
was an unknown. Floyd was known in the gyms. They knew Floyd from his talents alone. That's why they was turning him down. See, the public didn't know. They didn't know, but people in the gyms, Lou Duva and all the trainers, they knew because Floyd used to go to Colorado Springs. That's where they had the amateur compound at, Colorado. And Floyd was whooping everybody, and his word started to get around. Like, there's this dude named Floyd in the gym that's beating everybody's fighter. And it spread it to the professional rank, and they didn't want to have nothing to do with him. They were like, nah.
Hmm. Texas T346 brother in Super Chat. Yesterday was the anniversary of the No Mas fight. Salute.
No,
No
it
Mas.
wasn't. The No Miles fight. Oh yeah, yeah, it was. It was. I'm getting it mixed up with the first one. That's
The
true.
first one. Yeah, the second
It
fight was
was
yesterday.
November.
Hmm.
Yep, yep, yep.
Boxing.
That's true. That's true.
Boxing real
Very
news.
true.
What's going on?
That is
Malik
true.
o- Malik Omar, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half of
Yeah.
good on us in the Super Chat. He says, salute to the vanguard of the LDBC. Blue Blood Boxing. Canelo is definitely buying belts. That's not greatness. How is he going to fight Triple G next at 160 and he's weighing 190? Yeah, Kurt, can you attest to that? And for people, Kurt, I said this. Excuse me. There's no way he's coming back down to 68. He's
Never.
vacating the belts. He's not coming down to 68. But what's your thoughts on that? Is he coming back down? And how's he going to fight Triple G?
Yeah, he ain't coming back down to 168. He gonna give up the belts and then seek, other divisions, man. Cruiserweight. He going to cruiserweight. See, he think, man, what a weird career, man. I've never seen a fighter have this kind of career before. What a weird career, man. Nah, he won't be coming back down to 168. He's done. He's done with the belt. He's the undisputed champion now. He'll be going to other divisions. I like to see him go to 175.
That's what I think, Kurt. I think that he'll come back down to 75, and that's where he's going to campaign.
So
I don't see him coming. Kurt, 168 after going to 190?
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
And how's he going to fight Triple G when Triple G never fought above 160, Kurt?
Mm-hmm. Man, that rivalry is so dead, man. They trying to put sparks to it. Nobody interested in it no more. I used to be. I was excited, but not anymore. That ship has sailed. Triple G is on his way out. He might lose to Murata. Who knows? It depends if Father Tom has caught up with him. But that Canelo Triple G, that rivalry is gone.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's over. It's over. Gabriel Morales, what's going on? I don't want to see it. I mean, I thought that Triple G, Kurt, I thought he lost clearly to Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, he did lose. He lost the fight. His name saved him. He did lose.
How many times he was hurt there? General Squalls, what's going on? He was hurt in that fight. I thought he was on the verge of getting stopped, man.
Mm-hmm.
And people here to, nah, Blue, you making up stuff. He ain't vacating the belts. Like, there's no boxing knowledge. Like, it just, people just refuse to just, I don't get it. You think he's going all the way up to 190 and he coming back down to 68? Man, please stop. Please stop. What's that, 22 pounds, Kurt? Are you kidding me? If that's the case, then he could have went back down from 68 to 47.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. If you could drop 22 pounds, then he could have went back down to 54. Yep. From 68. That's only 14 pounds. People just, we got to start, Akando Sammy Hassan, what's going on, great brother? I just, what do you make of this, man, Destiny Black, she said, Blue, do you think Benavidez should go up to 175? No. I think he should look to unify the belts, collect belts, build his legacy at 168, and then go up to 75. Because, like I said, Destiny Black, he's going to vacate the belts. So he's getting ready to vacate these belts, Canelo is, and then that means that there could be fights to be made for David Benavidez. There's talk that he could fight David Lemieux for the vacant WBC title, which I think he's just going to go right through David Lemieux. Leo Vince Smoke, multimedia artist, what's going on? But there's opportunities for him to have fights at 68 to unify the belts, create history, build up his legacy, and then move on. Maybe we could still get the cable playing David Benavidez fight, for unification. I mean, I'd like to see him fight there 2 more times. Look to at least unify the belts, then make your way to 75. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, don't rush it. Stay at 168. There's some fights there. You can fight. Charlie ain't gonna get in the ring with you or Plant, but stay there for a minute and then go up to 175 with their bigger challenges. Because he's a young man, so he has time on his side.
Yeah. Shacky Pete, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. That's the best way to describe Canelo career. Weird.
Mm-hmm. Very strange.
Mm-hmm. Destiny Black, the Queen said, Blue, I want David Morrell to get his fights up, and I think he'll beat Benavidez. What you think? Yeah, I like his style. It's just so early in his career. He got, 5 fights right now? Cuban School of Boxing, so he definitely slick. I think he has the style to beat David Benavidez for sure. But it's just so early in his career with only like 5 fights, man. And we can't rush it. It's going to take time, man. But what you think about David Morrell, Kurt?
It's too early. Guy had 5 fights. You don't know how his career is going to turn out. He should be building, getting fights, getting experience so he can be ready for the Benavidez and the other guys, the champions. It's way too early to tell. Way too early. Unless they're going to push him and rush him. 10 fights, then he'll go into a championship fight. But it's just too early.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen people have that success. We saw Lomachenko do it, but he's 23 years old, man. He's young. He got the talent. But he 5 wins, no losses, no draws, 4 wins by way of knockout. So he got 5 fights in his career. He's only 23 years old. I think it's just give that man some time. He definitely got skills though. Swift got it, brother in the building. He said, "What up, Blue? You are one of the most factual, timely, and objective dudes in media. Respect, King." Swift got it. I appreciate you 1,000%. The Followers podcast, brother in super chat. Too much smoke at 168. Too much at 175. He dodging all the for years. Check his birth certificate. I'm starting to to doubt he's really Mexican. Oh man. Boss Red 357, brother in the super chat. Canelo would be if Wilder went to cruiserweight. Imagine that. Or
crazy.
That would be, or Alexander Usyk. Drop back down, Kurt. Because they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
They both could do it, Kurt. They both could do it. Not that they will. Not that they will. All things can't lose. What's going on? DF Dub Motivation, my brother. What's going on? Kelvin Traversio, what's going on? I don't think Bivol could beat Canelo. You think Roja, what's going on? You think Bivol could beat Canelo, Kurt?
No.
Me neither. I agree with that, Destiny Black. I agree with that. Imagine that. Imagine Usyk or Wilder say, "Hey, listen, we're gonna drop back down." They could do it. They both could do it. Neither one of them are big heavyweight. They got to force themselves to get big, to be well over 200 pounds. So they both for sure could do it. They both could do it. Yeah, Kurt. So this weekend we're gonna get an answer to the Steve Fulton Figueroa fight. I'm excited about it, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, man. And like I said, Kurt,
this is one of my favorite fighters.
Mm-hmm. It's a fight I've been looking for. This fight for a while, man. Dominic Seaborn, what's going on? Hey, Kurt, I've been looking for Via Ferreira. What's going on? Yeah, Destiny Black. She said somebody said that Canelo could beat Wilder. Yeah, of course. It's just there's no reality involved. Yeah, but Kurt, did you hear Gary Russell breakdown? He said that he's going for Fulton, but he don't know in the second half of the fight is he gonna be able to withstand Figueroa's pressure. MJ Total Health and Wellness. What's going on? What you think about Gary Russell saying that?
Yeah, he's right. That's why I'm predicting Figueroa. I think he's going to wear down Fulton and stop him late. I think Fulton's going to make a fight of it. I think he's going to fight Figueroa's fight. When you told me Bosey wasn't training him, then I was like, there's trouble because he needs to box. And Bosey would have been the right man for the job. Now, if he come out there boxing and throw the jab, you got to do it for 12 rounds. Figueroa is not going anywhere. He can only fight one way, and he's determined to fight that way. And I think Brandon Figueroa is going to beat a lot of people, man. So I like Figueroa by TKO, probably like a 9, 10, a round 9 or 10. I like him late. I think he's going to wear down Fulton, kill his body and then go to the head and then get him out of there.
Do you see an Agent IX brother in the super chat? Much love to you, great brother. Do you see a scenario in which Fulton stops Figueroa?
By cuts or swollen face, but I don't see him wearing down Figueroa. It could happen, but it's highly unlikely. Fulton is strong. He fought the other guy fight, but he was happened to be better than him. Angela Lee. But Figueroa is a different kettle of fish.
Mm-hmm. Windy City, hey, what's going on? Now, Kurt, we differ there because I think that Figueroa is going to outbox him. I don't know if, I think that he's going to be on his P's and Q's for 12 rounds, and I think he's going to outbox. I think he's going to stay away. I think he's going to box, and I think he's going to stay away from Figueroa all night. And he's sharper. He's the sharper puncher. It's not hard to hit Figueroa, so I think he's going to outbox Figueroa. But I can see what you saying, and I can see what Gary Russell's saying, because if he fight like he fought Angelo Leo and just lays on the ropes and makes it an inside fight, he's still sharper. I think for the first half of the fight, he'll land a bigger, cleaner punches because he's sharper on the inside. But I think eventually, like you said, Figueroa is going to start to weigh him down if he attempts to fight that fight. I believe that he's going to be in shape enough to keep it on the outside long enough to win the fight. Interesting fight, man. I've been waiting for this fight for a long time, man. Yeah, but I think Figueroa, I think Fulton could pull it off. Shawnee Harris, what's going on? I think he could pull it off, Kurt. But I definitely could see what you're saying, and I understand he can't fight that fight he fought Angelo Leo, Kurt, and win.
Yeah, Figueroa's a great second half fighter, and he gets stronger as the fight goes along, man. I just like his stamina, man, and his determination. He reminds me of this old Mexican fighter named Bobby Chacon. That's what he reminds me of. He has some maturity in him, man. This guy ain't going nowhere. If you don't have Tank Davis punching power, or Pernell Whitaker boxing skills, which Fulton don't, I thought about it. I was like, I see Figueroa winning.
Mm-hmm. Great forever, brother in super chat. Kelvin Travasio, what's going on? Great forever, brother in super chat. He said, "What are your thoughts on AJ versus Usyk too?" I think AJ could win that fight. I think that AJ was having a lot of success in that fight. I think that people not giving him credit for the success he did have. He had a lot of great moments. It was a nip and tuck fight. I thought AJ won rounds 4, 5, and 6. I thought he lost 7, but I thought he won 8. I thought he lost 9. I thought he won 10. Then I think that Usyk, went to another gear on him. But I think that for sure he could win the fight, man. I don't think it's as far apart as people make it out to be. And but I do see AJ right now, Kurt. I just saw him in a club, and he's in a club, Kurt, and he's like, like telling people he's from the streets, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? What are we talking about? But what's your thoughts on it, Kurt?
I like Usyk because the lighter man has the advantage, especially fighting a guy like Joshua, who's a powerful, ponderous, slow-footed fighter. Style make fights, but I think the boxing ability of Usyk is going to make it hard for Joshua. The straight left hand, Usyk throws it from a funny angle, plus he moves. So even though Joshua did have some success, but Usyk can get better too. I like Usyk. I think Usyk is going to bring something behind that left hand, and I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks Joshua out. but he could just box Joshua all day long.
Yeah. Can't wait for it. Adrian Nunes, what's going on? Nunez, what's going on? But Kurt, let's get on out of here. Yeah, smash that like button, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. Get the likes to 1.4K. Let's get on out of here, Kurt.
Yes, sir. Great boxing talk. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for listening to us. We really appreciate it. My name is Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, and we will see you Monday. Enjoy the fights this weekend, everybody.
AJIX, brother super chat. What happened to fighters wanting to fight the best fighters? See who is the top dog. Man, that time passed, man. This social media era, and that time passed, man. Now everybody just trying to be Money Mayweather. They're just trying to get the bag. So that time is past. Great brother. Appreciate you in the super chat. But that's all we got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.